Yeah, we all got dreams, but we stuck in the grind. Looking back at the past, but it's time to unwind. Everyone can do it, just gotta take that step. Stop dwelling on the losses, let's rewrite the rep. Hating on the president, calling him corrupt. But let me break it down, we gotta interrupt. Law's been in place, he's just playing the game. Ain't about the man, it's about the system's name. How do we move forward? Let's add something new. Together we can rise, yeah, that's what we do. Don't get stuck in the past, let the hate fall away. We building the future, let's seize the day. Can't you see? You bleeding all over the matrix. Caught in the hype, man, it's all fake tricks. The medic bag's empty, y'all shit out of luck. Wake up, before you get stuck. Y'all act like y'all in love, but y'all really in lust. Lost in the fame and the fortune. You ain't got no sense. You got the influencer fixation. You let them run your life. Red or blue, you're just a puppet with strings, always in strife. You think they care, but they don't give a damn. Just chasing the glow with celebrity clout. They'll play both sides, the red and the blue, but they're just pulling your strings while you're stuck on your move. You're waiting for someone to tell you you're in luck, but mommy and daddy ain't coming, they're not in the cut. You're so blinded by the fame, the glitz and the glam, you forget what's real and who you really are. Wake up and see that you're just a pawn in the game. The red and the blue, they're all just the same. Stop being a puppet and take control of your life. And free from the chains, it's time to ignite. How do we move forward? Let's add something new. Together we can rise. Yeah, that's what we do. Don't get stuck in the past. Let the hate fall away. We building the future. Let's seize the day. Can't you see? You bleeding all over the matrix. Caught in the hype. Man, it's all fake tricks. The medic bag empty. Y'all shit out of luck. Wake up before you get stuck. Yo, I see the struggle, I feel the pain, but we can't let the darkness keep us chained. We got the power, the voice is the might. Let's come together, turn wrongs into right. Everyone's a player, so step to the front. No more division, let's rise from the blunt. It's not just about politics, it's a call to unite. Stand tall, move forward, let's ignite the light. Yeah, we're all in this together, no need to divide. Let's focus on the future, let the love be our guide. From the streets to the halls, let's make change. Break the chains of the past, let's rearrange. Y'all really stuck? Puppets with strings attached, waiting for mommy and daddy to tell them they give a fuck. Y'all wondering why y'all stuck? Damn, can't y'all see? Y'all bleeding all over the matrix and the medic bag is empty. Soldier, in the game of life. You're playing with invisible strings, trying to prove your worth, but you're just a pawn in a bigger fight. They say you're just a number, another statistic in the system, but you're a soul with a story to tell. So stand up tall, break those strings, prove to the world that you're more than just a marionette. Don't let them control your destiny. You're the master of your own fate. Don't be afraid to go after and take. How do we move forward? Let's add something new. Together we can rise. Yeah, that's what we do. Don't get stuck in the past. Let the hate fall away. We're building the future. Let's seize the day. Can't you see? You bleeding all over the matrix. Caught in the hype. Man, it's all fake tricks. The medic's bag is empty. Y'all shit out of luck. Wake up before you're stuck. Everyone can do it. How do we move forward? How do we do this? Just add something to it. Some stay stuck in the past. That's not how we last. Y'all hating on the president corrupt. I don't know who he is. I feel like he's implementing what already exists. We gotta rise above the hate and focus on progress. Together we can make a change and leave behind the mess. It's easy to point fingers and place blame, but true change comes from taking action and making a change. Let's unite and work together for a better tomorrow. Instead of dwelling on what's wrong, let's focus on what we can borrow. The power lies within us to create a new path, to break free from the chains of doubt and wrath. Believe in ourselves and each other as we strive for greatness. Together we can overcome any obstacle that tries to hold us back. Think about it. It's a little bit of food for thought. Yo, damn, man. Y'all act like y'all in lust, chasing shadows lost in the glitter and dust, scrolling through the feeds like it's life or death. But these influences don't care, man. They just cashing checks, stuck in a cycle, puppets on a string, waiting for likes like it's everything. Red or blue, y'all fighting over crumbs. While the real world's burning, y'all just hum and strong. Hum strong until you know. So how do we move forward? Let's add something new. Together we can rise. Yeah, that's what we do. Don't get stuck in the past. Let the hate fall away. We're building the future. Let's seize the day. Can't you see? You bleeding all over the matrix. Caught in the hype. Man, it's all fake tricks. The medic's bag is empty. Y'all shit out of luck. Y'all better wake up before you get stuck. So here's the message, loud and clear. We got the power, let's shift the gear. No more dwelling, no more blame. It's time to rise up, let's change the game. So if you feel lost, just look to the sky. We're all in this together, let's reach for the high. Everyone can do it, just take the hand. Together we stand, united we land. So let's move forward, break down the walls. With love and respect, we'll answer the calls. No more hate, just the powerful crew. Together we can do it, yeah, me and you, riders. Let's show them how we ignite. Look in the mirror, tell me what do you see? A puppet on a string or a soul that's free? Break the chains, man, it's time to reclaim. Your life's not a game, don't let them play you lame. Stand up, rise up, let your voice be heard. No more silent screams, it's time to spread the word. Riders, let's ignite. Yeah, the world's a stage, but you ain't just a role. Find your truth, let it shine. Yeah, that's the goal. No more fighting over colors, it's unity we need. Plant the seed of change, watch the future succeed. So damn, y'all, stop acting like you're lost. Break the mold, it's time to pay the calls. Heal the wounds, let the real flow. Step out the matrix, man. Let your true self grow. Don't let this digital world, flatline. It's just a little food for thought. Yeah, we living in a world where the rules don't apply. They say we gotta follow, but we ready to fly. The system got us boxed in, trying to keep us small. But we rise like the phoenix, we ain't scared to brawl. They feeding us lies, but we see through the smoke. We're the voice of the people, we're ready to provoke. They want us to divide, but we're stronger as one. Breaking chains, taking names, yeah, we getting it done. It's us versus the system, we're breaking the mold. It's in the air, yeah, we taking control. No more silence, no more fear. Together we rise, let them know we're here. Riders ignite. In the world of division, they showed us how to share. But the weight of our sorrows, they never taught us to bear. We split our joys and laughter, but the pain remained untold. A burden we carry alone, a story left untold. They taught us to split everything, but not the heavy pain. It lingers in the shadows, a darkness we can't explain. We're left with shattered pieces, trying to mend what's lost. They taught us how to split everything, but not the heavy cost. We learned to divide our dreams and multiply our fears, but the ache in our hearts only grew with passing years. They gave us all the answers, except how to heal. The scars that burn so deep, wounds the time can't see. Yeah, they taught us how to share, but only the good. Smiles and laughter like we understood, but deep down inside, there's a storm we hide. Pain in our hearts, we're just trying to ride. Put on a mask, yeah, we play the part, but nobody sees the cracks in the hearts. We share our dreams, the highs and the lows, but when it comes to hurt, we just close the doors. We share the fun times, deflect the pain, laughing in the sunshine, dancing in the rain. But the shadows linger, they creep and they crawl, breaking us down, but we don't share at all. We got hate in our hearts, but we keep concealed. Taught to share the joy, but wounds, they stay unhealed. They say love was easy to divide, but the heartache never subsides. We tried to split everything into two, but the pain lingers strong and true. Shared our dreams, divided our fears, but the sorrow remained through the years. No matter how we tried to let go, the weight of our suffering continued to grow. Now we're apart trying to heal, but some wounds are too deep to conceal. They said splitting up will set us free, yet the pain lingers in you and me. In a world where rules are set in stone, the system's grip tightens, we're not alone. Bound by chains of majestic greed, against the odds we fight to be free. Mighty forces try to keep us down, but our spirits rise, refusing to drown. Defying norms, breaking through the mold. In this battle of wills, our story is told. As the clash continues day by day, we stand united, come what may. For in this world where rules don't apply, our strength and unity will never die. They try to silence our dreams, but we're loud and clear. With every step forward, conquering fear. They can't hold us back. We're the fire and the flame in this battle for freedom. We're all in the game. They say it's just a game, but we're playing for keeps. With the strength of the many, we're shattered their leaps. No more puppets on strings, we're cutting the ties. With our eyes on the prize, we're reaching for the skies. So let's stand together, let's break down the walls. In this fight for our future, we'll answer the calls. From the ashes, we'll rise like a storm. Riders night, it's us versus the system, and we're ready to fight. They built the walls, but with the And every step we take, we're shaking the bundles from the streets to the courts. We're raising our voice in a world full of noise. We're making the choice. They want to keep us blind, but we see the light. Knowledge is power, and we're ready to fight. From the corners of the city to the halls of the state, where the heartbeat of the struggle can't afford to wait. It's us versus the system. We're breaking the mold. It's in the air. Yeah, we taking control. No more silence, no more fear. Together we rise. Let them know we're here. Riders ignite. They taught us to split everything, but not the heavy pain. It lingers in the shadows, a darkness we can't explain. We're left with shattered pieces, trying to mend what's lost. They taught us how to split everything, but not the heavy cost. Now we stand here broken, searching for some light, hoping for a way out of this never-ending night. But through it all, we find strength in each other's embrace. Together we'll face tomorrow and find solace in this space. They say don't bring the drama, keep it all light. But every night I'm fighting these demons in sight. Whispers in my mind, yeah, they echo when they shout. While I'm smiling on the surface, I'm breaking without. We're sharing the laughter, but what's underneath? A battlefield of sorrow, a war with no peace. We're warriors in silence, but nobody knows how the pain that we carry just grows and it grows. In a world of lessons learned, they taught us how to stand and burn. But the scars we hide deep inside are the ones that never subside. We followed all the rules they made, but the emptiness never fades. Their wounds like knives, cutting through even wounds that always grew. They painted pictures of success, but couldn't fix what's left of us. Now we're left to bear the strain of the pain that lingers, never wanes. It's us versus the system. We're breaking the mold. That's in the air. Yeah, we're taking control. No more silence, no more fear. Together we rise. Let them know we're here. Riders ignite. So remember this moment. Remember this face. Remember this sound. We're the voice of the future, and we won't back down. In the face of oppression, we'll stand up tall. It's us versus the system. And unite. Hey, what up, everybody? I hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble morning. Continue to have a blessed and humble day. Listen, there's a lot going on, man. We about to get this Jones started, man. Listen, I don't know where y'all watching from, but welcome to Philly, baby. I don't think there's anybody in the chat, so we gonna get this Jones started. All right, y'all know how I am, man. If there's nobody in the chat, man, look, listen, blessings to anybody that comes through. All right, we still gonna do this live. If y'all want a shorty to drop the link, all right, come up, chop it up with a shorty about this topic, man, y'all more than welcome. Well, the link is down there anyways. I think I already dropped it, right? But with that being said, man, normally I greet the subscribers, people who come in, but listen, since there's nobody there, let me just continue and say, let me give a big shout out, all right, to my day one subscribers, all right, my new subscribers. Like, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. All right, I appreciate y'all. Listen, man, don't forget. All right, we're going to do the subscribers and members giveaway. All right, towards the end of March, beginning of April. So in between there, we're going to be doing the giveaways. All right, so just stay tuned. Make sure y'all listen. If you're not a member, become a member. All right, y'all get a little more perks. All right, I'm going to be putting more poetry back there. But with that, we got Flying Galino 22 in the building, man. Shout out to Roman 22, man. My OG is in the building. You gotta love Flying Galino, man. Make sure y'all go check him out. Great conversations, great topics. But look, man, you gotta be ready, all right? Because my OG, man, he's rated RRR, right? On some real shit. But my bad. Let's get back on topic, all right? So, let me, give a big shout out to everyone. If I miss y'all comments, it's not on purpose. Sometimes I just get in my bag and I just start saying stuff, all right? Random thoughts float out my head, all right? You know me, y'all know how I am, all right? But we get through it. All right, y'all, let's talk about it. Because the whole internet has been spinning, all right, like a washing machine with this CoryHolcomb and AntonDaniels situation. And listen. I don't know if y'all listen. I don't know if y'all watched part 1 to this live. All right. If y'all missed the first part to this live, make sure y'all go check it out. All right. We did do a first part. We broke down all the videos. All right. Each and every one of the little short videos. We got more videos to go through. But like I said on part 1, all right, we're gonna get into these videos. We're gonna start off with AntonDaniels. All right. I think it's CoryHolcomb's and then KwameBrown, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. I think I'm right. Love you too, Ronin 22, man. I love my OGs on here, man. And listen, Flying Galino 22 is one of my, one of my favorite YouTube content creators. He shout out and wild. Yes. All right. But I still love him. All right. I'm biased when it comes to him. I don't deny it. When it comes to him, listen, all right. I'm not biased towards anything, but then I gotta sit here like, damn, that's contradictory because you're biased towards certain people. All right. Because they're not really bad. It's just that they have a mouth on them. And if you can't handle them, then you shouldn't be around them. It's that simple. But all right, y'all. Let's get this John started, right? I've been saying that because, listen, like I said, clearly the internet has been waiting for part 2, all right? Like, and I'm not saying on my podcast, all right? I'm saying for everybody. Like, I think they're waiting for a part. It's already part 2 shit. They're waiting for a part 3 to come out when it comes to this CoryHolcomb and AntonDaniels. Now that KwameBrown is involved, this shit is wild, all right? Like I said, they're waiting for like a part 2, right? It's like a, it's like waiting for a part. No. It's like y'all waiting for a part like it's a season finale on some real shit. Before I even dive in, right? If you missed it, all right. Once again, if you missed part 1, go run that back. We already laid the foundation on this CoryHolcomb versus AntonDaniels versus KwameBrown situation, and like I always tell y'all, all right, social media is undefeated, and I mean it, undefeated. People want to talk whether it's good, bad, sideways, or completely off topic. But since everyone's been blowing up my inbox, like, I'm the spokesperson for common sense, let's get into it. All right, let's get into it. All right, listen, let me ask y'all this question. Let me ask y'all this one question, and I'm going to ask y'all questions throughout this live, all right? And there's no right or wrong answer. I'm just a little curious about what y'all think, all right? And throughout this live, y'all going to hear what I think. I already said, I already gave my opinion on part 1. All right. Me, I don't pick sides. It may seem like I'm picking a side, but see, I'm on the side of right. All right. It's crazy as it sounds. All right. I'm on the side of right. But let me ask y'all this. Why do y'all think the internet loves drama more than the truth? All right. Because I'm not going to sit here and lie when it comes to, out here within the community. Yes, people love chaos. They love drama. And all of us got that side inside of us, all right? Mine's asleep. I don't want to bring out that side of me that loves the chaos and the drama and all that shit. I'm good because I can't benefit from it. I can't gain or learn from it, right? Like, as crazy as it sounds, I can. But out here, when I'm having conversations with people, we can have conversations. Here on social media, can I have conversations with people? Yes, I can. But it's like certain people you got to brush off, ignore, try to really ignore. And these people will try to knock you off your hinges. Trust me, all right? They will. Now, CoryHolcomb versus AntonDaniels. The way this beef been circulating, you think it was, how can I say, a presidential debate? I've been sent so many videos, I feel like I'm cramming for an exam. I didn't sign up for it at all. Like, and yes, we're going to react to some of them. All right, we've already reacted to a lot of them, but today I think it's going to be more their lives, more of CoryHolcomb. I don't think there's going to be any little videos unless they got videos in between their lives. And I think it's going to be mostly like, if we're going to get into Anton first, it's going to be Anton, and then part 3 it might be Cory. All right, because Anton, I don't know, we might not even get through Anton's whole life. All right, live, my bad. We're just going to get through the parts where what he says about CoryHolcomb and KwameBrown. All right. As crazy as it sounds, listen, this is not a beef channel. This is not a messy channel. All right. We do react on these things. All right. But what we do is, right, we bring solutions to the table and much more. All right. We talk about it on this, John. We don't argue about it. But anyways. All right. We're going to react to some of them. But before we even hit play, let me address the elephant in the room. All right. Cory talking about Anton's daughter. Everybody wants my input. Like I'm a judge. I gave it on part 1. All right. It's crazy because I'm not a judge with Wi-Fi, but that's what people think I am on some real shit. So let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think comedians should get a pass for going too far? Or is a line, how can I say, or is a line a line? You see where I'm coming from? Should CoryHolcomb get a pass because he's a comedian? Or is there a line, like a certain line that he has crossed that he can't get back from? All right, and I'm going to put the question in the chat. So I'm going to do it from the StreamYard, because if I do it the other way, man, I'm going to have to manually put it on each chat. And right now is what? YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. So shout out to those that are on Twitch. Shout out to those that are on Facebook. All right, y'all got something to say, man, y'all can put it on the chat, and I will see it in my StreamYard. Oh, yeah. But once again, right, do y'all think that comedians should get a pass for going too far? All right, it is, it is a certain line, just a line. Can you cross it? Can you go underneath it? Right? What is too much when it comes to a comedian? But, let me be clear. I'm against talking about, people's kids, period. Kids are off limits, right, in my book. But we online. And online don't have a book. I said that on the last live, all right? Online don't have rules. Online barely has functioning adults, all right? My bad, functioning adults. People going to say whatever they want because they know there's no real consequences behind this digital veil. All right, they can close the app and pretend they didn't just say something foul. That's the culture we're in. All right, if kids are off limits, all right, and this is a question that I'm going to ask you. If kids are off limits, why do so many grown folks keep crossing that line? All right, me personally, I don't come at people's kids. All right, I don't need to. I got enough, with the adults. All right, I can roast them. All right, I can roast a grown adult, right, who act like kids. That's what they do. A lot of them do. But let's not act brand new. All right, everybody talks about everybody on these apps. Kids, mothers, fathers, exes, pets, ancestors. Nobody is safe on this channel. The lack of respect is huge. It's like people log in and leave their humanity at the login screen. So let me ask you this with that being said. Do y'all think social media make people bold or just exposed who they really are, who they always have been, right? And I gotta put this in the comments for y'all, right? And y'all more than welcome to talk, all right? We're here, man. We ain't judging nobody, all right? We just want y'all to be respectful. That's it. Comic beef is wet. It's so wet, but I give Cory a pass. And it's crazy, right? Because it's like we see what's going on. We see past the smoke on some real shit, right? And Flying Galino knows exactly what I'm talking about because he's been here for a minute. All right. So I'm gonna leave the question in the chat, all right, down below, and y'all more than welcome to answer it. All right. We're not here to bash or judge anybody, but we here, like I said, we're here to see, put solutions on the table. Can we bring them? Is we able to? Can we use this? What's going on with CoryHolcomb versus Anton versus KwameBrown, all right, and inflict it, towards the youth? Can we show them, all right, where these people is going wrong? I mean, I feel as though the youth will get the message more than what the adults would. The adults don't give a fuck. A lot of them don't. Like, a lot of them, once they get into their ways, they're in their ways. There's no changing them. Shout out to Freezy. Yes, shout out to Freezy. I did a video on him. I'm gonna upload these videos little by little right now. I still gotta edit these old videos. I'm on this Monique and Lunel saga drawn. So I'm about to upload all those videos. And then I'll be able to download these videos here. All right. I know Young Riaz wanted to get on the last time, but I was in the middle of reviewing and reacting to a video. Right. And like I said, I wanted to do something different. Like I don't really have rules on here, right? I mean, yes, the number one is respect, right? But they're real tiny, right? Please be respectful, right? And please allow me to get my commentary out before y'all come up, because sometimes people, they got the urge, right? A lot of people do it to say what they got to say, and they'll cut someone off and they won't let somebody finish. You see where I'm coming from? Like, if y'all do come up, let the host finish saying what they got to say, and then y'all can interject. Right. That's why I really barely drop the link like that, because it's like, damn, I can't really get it out, especially when I'm on other people's panels. Right. Like, I have patience, especially when I'm on other people's panels. It happens a lot. Like, you're trying to have a conversation, but like, you get cut off a lot by 3 to 4 people. You see where I'm coming from? Like I don't know. I don't know why I have this patience, but I have it. You see where I'm coming from? But like, please, please, just be respectful, and like, if y'all do come up, have patience. Please don't interrupt whoever is talking at the moment on the panel. All right, we could all get it out. We could all have a conversation. All right, one thing we could do is talk to one another. Right, like, you listen. We could have a conversation. Like, two people could dance, right, with each other. But one thing we can't do, is really argue with each other. One of us is gonna have to walk away. You see where I'm coming from? I can't do that. But back on topic, right? Once again, do y'all think that social media made people bold or just expose who they always were? Right? And let's talk about this victim energy. All right. Some folks love to play with, how can I say, my mind ain't changed, right? I don't give people who play victim energy on some real shit, but a lot of people on this app do. I don't feed into what, you can't throw, how can I say, I don't feed into that bullshit. Let's put it like that, right? And you can't throw stones, all right, for years and then cry when, one bounces back at you. It's like, coming at somebody and shooting at them, missing the target, and then getting mad when they threw grenades back. Make it make sense. All right? I tell people exactly how it is, not how they want it to sound. All right? If you dish it out, be ready to take it. That's the rule of the internet in the streets. If you dish it out, be ready to take it. Why do people, all right, and this is a question that I'm asking y'all, why do people who start the most drama act shocked when it circles back at them? And they be so proud. Here on social media, they call themselves trolls. Out here, we call them assholes. I call them assholes, at least. Shit. All right. Listen, the truth is, all right, people don't want accountability. They want sympathy. They want to be seen as the wounded. Right? They want to be seen as a wounded hero. Even when they've been the villain, right? Like, how can I say? Even when they've been the villain half their life. Right? Even when they've been a villain in half their storyline. All right. And I'm not here to babysit grown folks' egos. I'm not here to sugarcoat reality. All right. So somebody can feel better about their own behavior. I'm here to call it out raw and uncut, because that's why y'all come. All right. That's why y'all, how can I say? That's why y'all come out. Y'all expect the honesty, the truth, the boldness, not the hypocrisy and the bullshit. I mean, but some people do love that shit. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm going to say 85% of the internet loves that bullshit. I could be really wrong. Right? Is the internet addicted to victimhood or just allergic to accountability? Give me a second. I'm about to write that joint down. All right? I'm just a little curious. Like, is the internet addicted to victimhood or just allergic to accountability? Right? There we go. So before we even get into this reaction videos, understand this. All right. I'm not here to, pick sides. I'm not here to cuddle nobody. I'm not here to break down the truth. How can I say? Yeah, break down the truth, the patterns, the disrespect. And, my bad. I said I'm not here. I'm here to break down the truth. All right. The pattern, the disrespect. All right. Like, we're not just here to, how can I say, break the disrespect. All right. But the culture that keeps feeding it. Because I'm getting tired of people saying, oh, but this is the culture. No, this blueprint that y'all following ain't the damn blueprint that our ancestors left for us to follow. On some real shit. Like, if we don't talk about it, all right, honestly, we're just adding, how can I say, we're just adding to the noise. And baby, I don't do noise. I do clarity. All right? Are y'all ready to hear the truth, or do y'all just want entertainment? And I feel as though, me personally, a lot of people want entertainment. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie. See, I was taught to lead by example, not by yelling, not by chaos, not by trying, how can I say, not trying to out toxic the next person, but by standing firm in who I am. And that's exactly what we do here. We don't let people knock us off our, how can I say, off our hinges. We don't let folks rage bait us, and we don't let the internet drag us into a version of ourselves we don't even like. Meanwhile, you got people like AntonDaniels who thrive off, all right, stirring the pot, all right, poking at people and hoping somebody reacts so that he can play innocent later. But leadership ain't about reacting, all right? It's about choosing your peace over somebody else's performance. Let me ask y'all this. Why do y'all think some people feel powerful only when they're provoking others? Why? Oh, we got, I don't know if we got a mod on here, but I'm gonna do it myself. All right. So we got motherfuckers over here that are hopping on rainbows, all right, tasting Skittles and shit. As y'all can see real quick, all right. OMG. They tasting Skittles and they deflecting their insecurities and pain. Bye-bye. Go taste the motherfucking Skittles somewhere else, you goddamn fool. Blessings to David Jean. Truth or truth? I mean, hey, truth or truth? I'm not sure if you're speaking on the topic, but shit. Like I said earlier, all right, let's keep it respectful. Listen, the truth is that, the truth is many people online, many people online, just like many people offline, love reflecting their pain and insecurities onto others like it's a sport. All right. They treat projection like it's a hobby. All right. Then expect you to stay quiet like you're supposed to swallow disrespect with a smile. That's not how it works. All right. You can't spit venom and then act shocked when somebody finally spits it back. Like, let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think people talk crazy online because they're hurt or because they're cowards? Me personally, I think they're cowards. But that's my opinion. All right. And that brings me, to the whole Corey versus Anton situation. What Corey said to Anton, baby, that ain't nothing compared to what people have lost their lives over on here in real life, in the real world. Words like that have started wars, ended friendships, and broken families. But when you've been running your mouth for years, disrespecting folks, crossing lines, and acting like you're untouchable, eventually somebody's going to match your energy. That's not karma, how can I say, being cruel. That's karma being consistent. And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. All right. Let me ask y'all. Why do people act shocked when the same energy they put out finally circles back? See, I ask these questions because I know only a few, all right, and there's no right and wrong answers, but I know only a few, right, will answer back, all right, with honesty, all right, with their spirit, with their chest out. Others are going to sugarcoat shit and try to debate this shit. So it's kind of like, but I'm still going to ask them. So listen, I'm saying this because Anton's mouth is going to get him or someone he loves. It's already happening because according to him, his daughter's paying for these consequences, right? It's going to get them in trouble one day. And it's like kind of already started. It's kind of like karma said, I'm going to use CoryHolcomb to be your karma. And I'm saying this not because, people are evil, but because people disrespect has a price. You can't keep poking at people's families, people's trauma, people's boundaries, and expect the world to say, how can I say, stay calm around you. Life doesn't work like that. The universe doesn't work like that. And the internet definitely doesn't work like that. Let me ask y'all, do y'all think people forget there are, how can I say, real consequences behind these screens? Because I think they do. I think they forget that there's a lot of consequences behind these screens. People have lost their lives saying certain things on here. Right? I don't know if y'all remember, if y'all been watching me for a while, right? We did this live with this bull. Right, he was coming up on the internet. And I think he decided to mouth off to the wrong motherfucker. And it turned out that he was mouthing off to, a head honcho from a cartel. And told a mofo to suck his, his penis. Let's say he said, suck my dick. Right? And the consequences behind that was that he landed behind a coffin. I mean, landed inside a coffin, not behind a coffin. He landed in a coffin. Like, so at the end of the day, there's still consequences behind the shit we do online. If it's entertainment, keep it entertainment, but people make it go left really bad. All right. When we did part 1, I told y'all, all right, I told y'all this was going to take a couple parts to break down because the layers run deep. This isn't just about Corey or Anton. This is about the culture. All right. This is about the environment we've created online where disrespect is entertainment and accountability is optional. And if you don't understand that, right, you're going to miss the whole point of my commentary. All right. So before I even ask the question or even I say anything else, all right, if what I say or anybody in my chat offends you, makes you feel some type of way, the door is right there. Just make sure the doorknob doesn't hit you or the good Lord split you. Because here we're not babysitting egos. All right. So let me ask y'all this. Is social media shaping people or is it exposing who they really are? Who they already are. Yeah, Anton knew what he was doing. Exactly. See, social media is wild, right? People think that because, they're behind the screen, they can say whatever they want and get away with it. They think, anatomy, right, is a shield. They think that distance is protection. They think, how can I say the block button is a force field, but we're still hit. Words still wound. Words still escalate situations. And the internet has a long memory, longer than, how can I say, most people's patience. So with me saying that, do y'all think people would talk the same way if, how can I say, if every comment required their real name and address? Do y'all think people would talk? Do y'all feel as though, do y'all think that people would talk the same way if every comment required their real name and address? So my whole point is, this. Lead by example, protect your peace, and don't let the internet drag you into battles, all right, that don't belong to you. Because once you step into that arena, you're not just fighting one person. You're fighting their ego, their trauma, their audience, and their insecurities, all right? And I'm not sacrificing my growth for somebody else's entertainment. I'm here to speak truth, not to, how can I say, play tug of war with people who don't even know themselves. So let me ask y'all, are you choosing peace because you're scared or because finally you know what your worth is? All right. Am I asking the wrong questions? I don't think I'm asking the wrong questions. All right. Facts. It was. But it was already going left before they got into the stage. There was already tension building before they got, the live started, before their podcast started. The tension, the tension before the live started. Then and we did a live on it. All right, we spoke on it. I still gotta edit the parts out and upload them, in its full totality. But shit, we're gonna get there. Oh man. We got some trolls coming in the building. I'm not even going to reply to that. All right. We're going to move on to the, listen, we're going to move on. We're going to continue, talking. All right. Listen. It's time to smoke. Let me turn the screen off real quick. I got to turn the screen off real quick. Listen, people is funny as shit. I'm not going to be blocking and deleting everybody unless you're really disrespectful, but shit, motherfuckers be on this internet horny as shit, don't y'all? Like, what's the problem? Like, is y'all missing somebody at home? They're not hitting it right. They're not giving it to you right. They're not backing it up right. They're not giving you some good head in the proper places. Y'all need to come online and search to see if, like, what if the person that y'all trying to get, how can I say freaky with or spicy with, isn't what y'all really want? Online searching for love, all in the wrong places. Freaky motherfuckers, damn. I'm guessing they're not giving it to them right at home. Shout out to my fiance. Thank you for keeping me happy, fiance. Shout out to the baby daddy. Anyways, so what we're going to do now is, all right, continue watching these videos because clearly this situation needs more than one part to unpack. All right, we're starting with Anton, then we're moving to Corey, and then we're ending with Kwame because each one of them represents a different angle of how we move as a community. And like I said before, this ain't just drama. All right, this is a reflection of how we talk to each other, how we treat each other, and how quick we are to tear each other down for entertainment. This is bigger than a beef. All right, this is a pattern. All right. Why do y'all think we study each other's downfall more than we study each other's growth? I don't want to see somebody's downfall. I want us all to grow because we can. But we've been taught in our communities division, too much of it, that by the time the war ends, all right, we'll still have too much debris in our eyes to even notice. All right, how can I say our worth and who's really here for each other, who's real and who's not. All right, when we start with Anton's videos, you're going to see exactly what I've been saying. All right, the poking, the provoking, the ego, and the contradictions. And then when we move to Corey, you're going to see the rawness, the comedy, the boundary pushing, and then Kwame, the one who didn't even ask to be in this. All right, he just gave his opinion. All right, you'll see how honesty gets punished. You'll see how honesty gets punished online. All right, uncomfortable but necessary. It's crazy as shit, right? Watching this back to back is like holding up a mirror to our own behavior. All right, it's uncomfortable but necessary. So let me ask y'all, do you think we actually want solutions or do we want someone to blame? And I feel, me personally, in my own opinion, that a lot of people don't want solutions, right? They just want someone to blame. Yeah, Corey could have handled it better. Facts, right? Like, this whole situation shows how we really are among ourselves. Just hold on tight, Riaz. I got you. Give me a minute, okay? Give me a minute. I'm almost done with my commentary, and I got you. Just hold on tight, all right? I got you. But maybe let me bring you up. Let me bring you up. Just hold on and stay on mute, okay, young boo? All right, let me finish with my commentary, and I'm gonna let Riaz speak. All right, but listen, like I was saying, all right, damn, I just got thrown off a little bit. All right. My bad. I just asked y'all, do y'all think that, I asked y'all a question, right? Do you think we actually want solutions or do we just want someone to blame? All right, and you know what? I'm gonna take a little pause right there. Riaz came up. Let me let him, let me give him a little room to speak. Young Riaz, how you doing this morning? All right. What do you got to say about this? About the question?
Oh, okay. It's interesting as well, boss, when it comes to antennas, brother. To be honest, I've been around the spaces and stuff, though, that people have actually talked about him. No, I'm mostly against him, no. Because it's, like the way he is, the way his character is, though, and also what it is that he calls out, can't call out or demean other people's sins, because you yourself could commit worse sins than the actual person, and that could be exposed anytime, though. So basically, though, an Anton, though, he says he's Christian and all of that. I'm not questioning his faith, though. However, though, it's not just like, you're only using the title, though. But if you say you are that, though, basically, though, a real Christian's supposed to be kind, honest, and he's supposed to actually basically do the character. Like, basically, like, he claims this, that, and he speaks this, that. But, you don't realize same people on the way up is on the way down, and he's burned multiple bridges, though.
Facts.
He's burned
Facts.
multiple bridges though, and that's just something he don't realize though, because he's used to like basically chasing money and stuff like that. But he don't realize though it's all temporary. This world is temporary. One day though, when what he's doing now, if he keeps going like this, eventually one day when he realizes though what he did, when it all dries up, when all the money dries up, what does he have left?
That's a whole fact. See, when you got families, you got to think about how you move around here, not just
Yeah.
online, but on these streets. All right. Like,
Oh, okay.
listen, this whole situation shows how we really are amongst ourselves, not how we pretend to be. All right. Not how we present ourselves on holidays and family photos, but how we act when emotions are high, when pride is, bruised, when the internet is watching. It shows the cracks, the insecurities, the unhealed wounds, and the lack of unity that we keep trying to ignore. And the wild part is, none of this is new. We've been saying this for years. All right. Let me ask y'all. All right. Why does it take chaos for us to finally admit the truth about our own community? Something that a lot of people still can't admit yet until, the devil comes knocking at their door. Right. And I don't, I mean, Riaz could tap in, but I know it's a little different where he's at. Right. His raising, his upbringing is a little different from
Yeah,
ours.
so basically, we share similar values. So based on that, though, I can tell you in a general sense, though, as well, is that, some people are not willing to face the demon within, because it's called looking in the mirror to face the demon within. And some people, though, they are, they're subconsciously aware of what they're doing, but they just don't care because they can't bring it to do that, because it's how their heart is, though, to be honest, though. So the way, explaining that and that type of thing, no, and that's just the thing with him as well, though. The way it's like in so deep down inside, he's kind of insecure and stuff like that, and the way he built his foundation, what he don't realize though one day is what type of legacy is he leaving, not just for his family but for his kids. And say if his kids had kids one day though, imagine how that legacy would actually you know
Facts.
affect them, basically how his bloodline would be affected. I ain't speaking on nobody's kids though, but I'm saying in a general sense though,
So
it's all
you're right.
referred to him though. Basically, I'm just saying this is all referred to him. What he don't realize though, his future bloodline though basically will actually be affected worse, and he could pass down a trauma slash a curse to them though.
Facts. Facts. We got the beautiful Miss Chicago in the building. Blessings, blessings. Welcome
Yeah.
to the live, Miss Chicago. How you doing this morning? But Ria's just spit some gems right there. And this is why I keep saying, all right, we have to find a way to unite, not pretend unity, all right? My bad. Not Instagram caption, all right? Unity, real unity. The kind that requires accountability, honesty, and emotional maturity. Because right now we're repeating the same curse over and over, tearing each other down, dragging each other online, exposing each other's flaws, and then wondering why we can't move forward as people. We can't heal if we keep, how can I say, reopening the same wounds. So, my bad, excuse me. Let me ask y'all this. What do y'all think is holding us back more, the trauma or the pride? Like, listen, we're the only ones who can break this cycle. Nobody's coming to save us. All right. Let me get off of camera to say this shit so that y'all can understand where I am coming from. We got the beautiful, yeah, okay, she just came in. We got the beautiful D goddess and the goddess for love in the building. All right, shout out to her. Make sure y'all go check her out. Great content, great conversations, great topics. You won't be disappointed. All right. Listen, but back on topic, all right? Nobody's coming to, how can I say, to save us? Nobody's coming to meditate our conflicts. Nobody's coming to teach us how to treat each other with respect. That responsibility is ours. And until we accept that, we're going to keep repeating the same patterns, all right? The same beefs, the same divisions, the same online wars that lead nowhere. We can't build anything that we're too busy destroying each other, all right? So, with me saying that, do you believe our generation has what it takes to break this curse, or are we passing it down? And I feel as though, me personally, right, a lot of our people within our communities is doing just that. They're passing that
Mm-hmm.
curse legacy down, cursed, how can I say, inheriting that generation from, mothers to granddaughters, fathers to, my bad, yeah, fathers, my bad, mothers to daughters, fathers to sons, all right, grandfathers to grandkids, grandmothers to granddaughters. Like, come on, man. Like, we're the ones that are, we can't even admit that part. The division is real. All right, you can see it in the comments, in the reactions, in the way people pick sides like it's a sport. You could set, how can I say? You can see it in how quick, all right, we are to defend the person that we like and attack the person we don't, even when both of them are wrong. You can see it, in how we treat each other like enemies instead of family. And the saddest part is, most of the time, the beef isn't, even about the issue. It's about the ego, the pride, and the pain. So let me ask y'all this with me saying that. Why do we protect our favorite personalities more than we protect our own community?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get
It's
you
true.
on that though. So I was gonna say though, when you were saying about the ego, I actually wonder where the ego actually comes from. It's actually the person's heart within. So if your heart spiritually, basically, when your heart spiritually, dies though, basically, when your heart becomes cold though, basically, connection spiritually though has been cut off. So basically, what you allow to enter your heart basically affects your mind, and then you actually physically say it though, so you make it come true though, so you know like what you allow in your heart though, because
Facts.
like your heart is the connection to everything, so once when your heart is gone, everything else is gone.
That's a fact. That's basically your soul. I'm gonna say more your soul. Once your soul is gone, you're gone.
Yeah, basically.
My
Yeah.
bad. I don't know why when you said that it got me. You got me right now. I want to write something, but we doing a live. Anyways,
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
basically your soul.
Yeah,
Exactly.
basically your soul, but your soul is intended, your soul is subconsciously down there, but it's actually connected to your heart. So your heart is subconsciously your heart is connected to your subconscious. So basically when you lose your heart, you lose your subconscious, and then it actually goes to your actual consciousness in your mind. And once your heart is gone, your mind is gone. Then you actually, when you speak, when you speak, what you allow in, basically it breaks all the connections in your soul. That's
Facts.
how some people
Facts.
become soulless.
Facts. All right, y'all. Listen. So this is going to take a couple parts to get through because we're not just reacting to videos. All right, we're, how can I say, dissecting behavior. We're exposing patterns. We're calling out the curse. All right, and we're talking about how to break it. Because if we don't talk about it, honestly, we're just adding to the noise. And I refuse to be a part of the noise. I'm here to be a part of the solution, even if the truth makes people uncomfortable. All right. So with that being said, are y'all ready to be a part of the solution, or do y'all want to watch the problem? See my point? So I just want y'all to sit on that question. So y'all, let's get this live started and really talk about it, because clearly the internet has been waiting for this conversation like it's a holiday. All right. I want y'all to speak your minds, say how y'all feel. Don't hold back, because I damn sure don't. All right. I'm not scared to speak my mind, truth. Oh, my bad. And truth. All right. And I don't expect y'all to be scared either. All right. This space is for honesty, not performance. All right. We're here to break things down, not sugarcoat them. All right. Why do you think people are more honest in the comments? All right. Than, how can I say, they are in real life? Because half the stuff they say here on social media, whether it's on the comment sections or when they want to come at somebody and tear somebody down, they won't say it in real life. Now listen, we're not here to bring anyone down or bash anybody, all right? Just for the sake of it. Nah, we don't do that here. That's not what we do. But let's be real. If you come online acting a fool, saying wild things, disrespecting people, and stirring the pot, then whatever, gets said about you is based on your behavior. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Actions have reactions. You can't throw gas line, right? How can I say, you can't throw the gas line and then cry when the fire gets too hot, dude? Because I'm listen. You throw that gas line, I'm gonna light that bitch on fire.
Right.
All right. So
Yes, so sorry, I was just gonna
what?
say, but basically though, I agree with you and everything that I just said though, basically it's not just applied to like him though, it's applied to us though, basically. Because
Exactly.
I can apply that same situation to myself actually and improve that though too. Cause that's just something what he don't realize though, You say, you're faith based, okay, but then what it's not just faith-based is not just in the name, it's also you have to show your character, and your character is actually to be nice and kind and everything like that, because that's just what your real faith is about. Of course though, you don't let nobody play with you. At the same time, if you keep doing that though, then what it is though as well, what you don't realize though is God actually knows your real heart though. Like basically the one who created you knows your true heart. You can say what you are, but basically you know, deep down inside, the heart will act. Your creator just knows what you're doing. He just basically just lets it keep going, and once it's exposed, he's done. Basically, he's completely finished.
Facts, facts.
Yeah, because though, like basically the way he spoke about other people and how their downfall is, what he don't realize is never plot no one's downfall, because the tables can turn back to you.
Facts. That's true. What goes around comes around. So
Yep.
let me ask y'all that don't care, right? Those that want solutions, right? Should be in listen, how can I say it? All right. Do you think people forget their behavior is public, right? Or do they think, how can I say, do they just not care? I'm gonna put it like that. And I feel as though, right, me personally, because I'm gonna answer the questions too. I want to hear y'all opinion. I want to hear y'all input, y'all perspective, right? That helps a shorty out in a lot of things. So it's real shit, right? Especially in these community meetings when I speak to these politicians and we deal with these policies and stuff like that. Yes, that helps me out. Y'all opinions matter over here. So once again, do you think people forget their behavior is public, or do they think, do they just not care? All right. And I feel as though some of them don't care because they know that their behavior is public. They know that these videos will never get deleted. What you post online stays on that cloud forever.
Yeah,
All right. So
I
I
agree.
know all of us know that one right there. All of us. I don't care how old you are. You know that what you post online never gets deleted.
Right. I agree with you. Just like this conversation will never get deleted though. Once you're gone,
Exactly.
it'll always be here forever. And also though, it's not just here also. Basically though, when we pass away and when we go on judgment day, your whole life will be played in front of you also. It's not just here in this but next but it's the same thing.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I used to hear my old heads just to say that a lot. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
so basically
Listen,
in some kind of way to simplify everything though. That's what I'm saying though, he don't realize though.
yeah, that's a fact. Listen, I'm gonna say these few things before we get this video started,
All
right?
right, let's get to it.
No, I gotta still say some stuff first because listen, all right, listen, this gonna be a nice little long video. That's why I said we're gonna play Anton's first. Then we're gonna jump onto Quarry. I'm not sure if we're gonna do that one tomorrow or when, but I gotta schedule it or just pop up and do it. But the truth is, all right, we have a lot of people like Anton, people who have families, all right, responsibilities, and still hop online saying the most. All right, I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I had to, put the mic on. But they start saying the most reckless things, like they forgot, they're somebody's parent. They forget their kids grow up. They forget, the internet never deletes. They forget their words have weight, and then they act shocked when the consequences show up. All right. So let me say this. Let me ask y'all this. My bad. Should being a parent change how you move online, or does it not matter anymore? All right, and I'm gonna answer this. All right, I feel as though being a parent, all right, should change how you move online. It matters. So some people it may not matter, but me, I was taught to lead by example. All right, and I don't know if anybody is saying anything, but let me. All right, nobody's saying anything. Ria said right. He agreed with me. All right, so listen,
Yeah. So
I just
basically, To answer the question, I was gonna say though, it's pretty much though. I feel like the one day though, when I become a parent, I feel like being a parent though also though is not just online. That's in general though, basically. The way when a person becomes a parent though, they should actually change for the better because they're not just doing it for themselves. They're also doing it for their child and how the child actually thinks of them. And if it's not just for
Facts.
the child though, imagine how you know the one who created you thinks, or basically, if some people don't believe in that, though, imagine how you think of yourself.
That's why I be telling people you got to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, do you like the person staring back at you? All right. Listen, karma is real and karma does not. All right. The karma does not send you a survey. All right. Asking you how, you liked your lesson delivered. Karma don't ask for your availability. All right. Are you available today? No, motherfucker. I'm going to come kick your ass. It's time. It's like, the devil coming to collect your soul after you gave it to him. And you think, oh, you just got away with it. Oh, he ain't pop up. He said he was going to come in 10 years. But the motherfucker ain't show up. Yeah, he was just maybe a day late. That's it. All right. So listen. It don't ask you, for your preference. Karma shows up when it's ready. All right. How it's ready. And how can I say? And through whoever it chooses. And the part people don't want to hear is this. Karma doesn't always hit you. All right. Sometimes it hits the ones you love. That's the part that stings the most. All right. Why do people act like it's optional until it knocks on their door? Why do people keep thinking karma is optional until it knocks at their door? And that's what Anton is doing right now. All right, we've seen this pattern over and over. Folks talk reckless for years, cross every line imaginable, and then when someone finally responds, suddenly they want sympathy. Suddenly they want to be the victim. Suddenly they want the internet to protect them. But you can't plant disrespect and expect to harvest peace. Life don't work like that. So let me ask y'all, why do the loudest people online always become the most sensitive when the tables turn? I talk about this in my poetry. Go check the poetry out. All right? I got a collection of 300 poems. All right. Go check the poetry out. It's the way I see the world. It's not just about online. It's about out here too. Okay. Listen, that's why I tell y'all, speak your truth, but understand your truth comes with responsibility. We're not here to bash. But we're not also, but we're also not here to pretend. All right. If your behavior is messy, the conversation around you will be messy. If your energy is chaotic, the reactions will be chaotic. The internet is a mirror. All right. It reflects exactly what you put out. So with me saying that, do you think people underestimate how much the internet exposes who they really are? I think they do. I think the internet underestimates, all right, how much the internet exposes who they are. Like, it's wild. That's ridiculous. I thought it was much. Listen. So as we get into this video, all right, and break everything down, remember this. We're not here to tear people apart, but we're here to hold the people accountable. We're here to talk about patterns, the behavior, the consequences, and the reality of how people move online. Because at the end of the day, karma doesn't care about your excuses, all right? It cares about your actions. And if you forget, that the universe will, if you forget that, the universe will remind you, all right, in a way that you won't like, all right? Are you moving in a way that protects your legacy, or are you moving, like you forgot you have one? And a lot of people online are moving in a way, right? Like they forget that they have a legacy to worry about. Like they forget, that they have kids, that they have created a family.
AntonDaniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you.
All right, so we're about to get y'all started. All right, guys, I'm hoping that y'all can see this, John. Yes, y'all can see it. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's hear what AntonDaniels got to say about CoryHolcomb, and KwameBrown.
You guys about T. Henley, because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no for me. Millionaire Morning Show. I am your host, AntonDaniels. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's up to all of my friends and yeah. What up, Trill? This Lil B, AD. Hope you feel better. You didn't sound good last night. It's the weather, man. The weather is. It's the. It's the weather. It's cold. And hitting the West Coast again. What y'all think about that?
I gotta find where it's at. All right, let's see if he starts talking here.
Outside. Yo, Unc said he -5 in Grand Rapids. Word?
That's a fact, Flying Galino. Both call out black behavior, but couldn't find middle ground. And that's a fact. All right, and that's what we're here to point out. All right, everybody else is focused on the drama, the messy, the spiciness, all that. But talking about they want to find a solution. Well, I mean, getting involved and being a part of the problem isn't finding a solution. But hey, I guess to each his own, right?
That's not good. That's not good. Do I mess with Texas? Yeah. I like Dallas the most between Houston and Dallas. Y'all warm?
Hey, I think Ansel will fuck with Anton shit. He likes Dallas. What the fuck is you drinking?
Vitamin.
Oh, you drinking vitamins?
You know the interesting thing though about changing the weather.
Oh my god, he's talking about weather. Let's see.
You got to think about how Friday, January 23rd, 2026, year of our Lord. We in the building. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. You can see the new hats, pre-orders.
I want to see your bald head. I'm about to make a wish on his bald head. Your cap back on.
Special AD edition in the building.
You gonna take your hoodie off? You got a shirt under, right? Okay, yes, he does.
They don't know how to dress. They don't know nothing about. They out here don't know how to dress. Every single day. Yes. Got the Yeezy slides on, feeling comfortable. I think it's gonna be a great show today and tonight.
They're getting a little sassy right now.
Great show today and.
Come on.
I'm gonna read the super chats and the cash apps shortly. Sorry, y'all. Weather was so cold. I waited to the last minute to come into the studio. But then people was asking me, Anton, you can stream from the crib. I said, yeah, I don't want to get too comfortable. The thing I don't want to get too comfortable is because I looked out my window and I seen trash people was working, city workers was working, putting on my working.
They didn't say they was closing the government down.
Everybody was.
He's talking like they're about to close the government today. They might be closing it on the 31st. All right, January 31st. There is, talk about the government being closed. But dude, this was the 23rd. The government. What the fuck? You took your pants off? You got another pair of pants under that? Hold up. Wait a minute. Listen. What the fuck is going on? He's stripping in the dive. Like, hold up. What is going on?
Excuses, you know what I'm saying? No,
this guy is tripping. Like, he really took his pants off on the live. Like, why you didn't keep your pants on? What in the world? But yeah, on the 31st of January, there might be a government shutdown, but no, not on the 23rd. All right. Yeah, so obviously people was gonna be working, dude.
No excuses whatsoever. Let's get to the bag. There's no reason why I can't go 6 minutes up the street to the studio. You know what I'm saying? If they can get it, I can get it. Kimmy bought me my boxing gloves.
Yeah, about a box. Who Anton boxing?
Kim is crazy. The ladies in my life.
Hold up, wait a minute. He about to put on his boxing gloves. Who he boxing? He boxes. I don't think I heard about him boxing. I know he was trying to train when he was being called fat on social media and shit like that. But him talking about his wife, he's like, my wife. Yo, listen, man. This is what I don't like about certain people, right? When they fake their relationships online. Man, if your relationship is like a roller coaster, you have your ups and your downs, man, be real about that shit. But don't come online pretending like your relationship is this, perfect novella, this perfect novel, this perfect Hollywood story being told in a movie. When in reality, that John is a whole roller coaster. See, I don't like the fakeness. And I feel as though that Anton, right, is playing a script. This is nothing more than just, for him to get a money. He'll say what people want to, hear, all right? But he can't lead or stand on it.
Are crazy. You just got off, man.
All right, let's go forward a little bit.
Jamie Green, looking gorgeous. Is absolutely awesome. How are y'all feeling? Trees. One duty. House, as they call me, Mr. Bibbs. Listen. Hold on, let me print. So I gotta pull my joggers up.
What?
Some of the ladies, they may be interested.
Hold on, wait a minute. This fool really took his jeans off while he was on the screen. Why are men doing that shit constantly now? All right, we know sex sells, but we don't want to be seeing all y'all prints on this, John. All right, like some of us are, listen. Ay, Dios mío, señora, ayúdame, por favor. I'm telling you, you know what? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
It's crazy. It's beautiful. So I gotta pull my joggers up.
I don't care about you pulling your joggers up. You shouldn't have pulled your pants off.
Right, make sure I hit a like for the algorithm.
Shut up. Yo, he really be feeling himself.
Man. Let me see what's happening in these streets.
All right, y'all know where the timeline is at, where he starts talking about it. Like, let me see. What they say here? Have an opinion? I don't know. Nope, nobody in the comments.
Let me read the super chats, cash apps, all of that. Give me the news, y'all. Give me the news. I was listening to ASAP Rocky this morning. Y'all told me be in the mood to listen to certain music. Brandon Nicholson says, somebody, I've never heard this person before in my life, is talking shit on you right now on YouTube, bro. Okay.
I'm not sure. This probably because I was on KwameBrown's live, and I think somebody was telling KwameBrown. This could be the part where he starts talking about KwameBrown. So I'm not sure. We're about to let it play for a minute. I let it run at least for 5 minutes. Then I give a commentary. This is not my video. So y'all see me constantly pause it. Y'all want to watch this video in its full society, y'all can go check him out, all right, on his channel, The Millionaire Morning Show with AntonDaniels, all right? Subscribe. Let me like his video because I watched it, all right? And I'm reacting to this joint. But shit, man. Look, listen, I don't have a problem with Anton, right? I just feel as though that, one, all right, for him to say that I'm a man and I lead by example, this and that, like Riaz was saying, he says I'm a Christian first. You don't lead by example. That's the only thing I don't like about him. You don't lead by example, and you don't stand 10 toes down on what you say, on what you believe, on what you speak, on what you do.
Who is this person? Let me see who they are. Let me see what their platform is.
I don't know. Let's see. I gotta leave it there to see if this is, where he starts coming at Kwame or not, to see what he actually says. And if y'all missed on part 1, we played the little clip on where
I don't be knowing this stuff unless y'all
we played the little clip, and I don't know if this is the live, like once again where they got the clip from. It kind of looks like it because the background is almost the same. It is the same. So this could be the part where he starts coming at Kwame saying that Kwame was on his nuts. Like, I don't know what is it with Anton always telling, you know, somebody that they're dick suckers. They're always riding somebody's nuts. They're on his nuts. You know, it's like, dude, why don't you get off these men's nuts? Because it seems like you're the one over here, you know, how can I say, guinándote de la pana de ellos. Like, you're the one hanging from the fucking guanábanas. All right, that's you. For some fame, for some clicks and views, for the bag, as you call it, right? And you don't care if it's fake news, truth, or what it is, as long as, you know, like, listen. And then y'all wonder why the fuck karma coming at him as bad as it is.
I don't even know these people. Oh, it's a nobody.
Who is it?
Why y'all sending me people that ain't even relevant?
Who? Who was it?
No, you can't send me people that got 18 people watching. You gotta at least, bro. Listen. Y'all gotta. Come on, man. I'm not doing. That's bullying.
He said that's bullying. I can't.
That's bullying. I'm not doing that. Shout out to you, Mike. That dude. What up?
No, that's not him.
Sometimes I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Sometimes I think people try to get me to react to them so that I can give them some visibility.
You don't always gotta react, Anton. You don't. That's see. Look, listen. Whatever. I guess. See, the trolls, us, the people that, you know, and I'm not gonna say we because I'm not including me or anybody that, you know, thinks like me or thinks similar like me. Right? I'm not gonna include us in there, John. All right, because we know better. Once you know better, you do better, right? You're following the trend right now, and I feel as though you're a grown ass man. Stop following these trends and be you. I don't know what happened to the old Anton, but you have gotten messier and messier as the years pass by.
Shout out to Mike, that dude. I appreciate you, Spencer Campbell. What up, though? I'm serious. I think that sometimes people be sending me, like, people will do a video or they'll do a live stream and then they'll send it to me so that I can try to react to it so that they can get some visibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, some random dude with a potato as a camera.
I don't know if people are sending him lives. I do know that some people tag out of respect, right? I was taught when I first started, tag the person that you're doing the live on, right? Show them respect, right? Me, personally, I don't have a problem with Anton, the person. His behavior online is a whole different story.
Is reacting to you, and it's like, why would I care? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all.
So why respond if you don't care? This is what
content to you.
This is what confuses me. Why do people, if they say they don't care, why do they constantly respond? And I don't know why people would do a live and then send it to him. Like, all you gotta do is just tag them. Like, look, that lets them know that, you know, somebody's reviewing and reacting to their video. That's it, and it shows respect.
They want me to give them the stimmy back? God damn. I gave y'all content for the next month and y'all still desperate? Bad Habit says Bag Chaser snowball fight coming soon. Friends like Angry Man who defend your honor. Listen, nobody defends my honor. Some people are just subjective enough to call it down the middle. Shout out to Angry Man. He just one of the people that's never switched up. I remember when I first
Shout out to Angry Man. I love Angry Man's content, all right. But Angry Man sometimes is like he's stuck in that cycle, all right. He knows, right? He knows better. He should be doing better on certain topics, right? Like I had people be like, "Yo, listen, you're gonna start realizing as you start watching Angry Man more, right?" And I started realizing, all right, he's not just biased towards one thing. I mean, he's biased towards a lot of things, all right. And I love his content. He be on point. He gives great commentary, right? And like, he's smart. He's wise. I mean, Anton is the same. But I wish that they would, you know, sit here and stop trying to like knock people down for certain things. And I feel as though they do it because it was done to them. but I could be wrong. I feel as though when these content creators do these type of things like Angry Man, Anton, and stuff like that, because they smart, you can see it, but they pretend like, you know, like this, like, listen, I don't know if it's like I said, I think the answer is right there in my face. It's for the bag. It's for the bag. Come on, shorty. Like, we all know it's for the bag. Because, you know, in real life, they're a whole different person. But this could be really him, because the way his wife described him, it kind of shows, you know, Anton has different personalities on some real shit, and he is different around certain people. And they do say, you know, certain people do bring the best out of you, or they could bring the worst out of you. So I'm guessing around, depending who he is, he'll be this, you know, how can I say, show off type of guy. When he's around certain people, he's this type of guy that tries to, you know, show discipline and shows that he's smart in this, even though he is, but he don't got to pretend, right? I mean, he's got a personality for, I guess, every person that he's around. I'm not sure. But something is off. And mental health is, you know, mental health is real. Like, we need to heal ourselves before we come online, especially when you're saying that you want to be a part of the solution, but you become a part of the problem.
Was introduced to Angry Man. People was in my chat trying to say that he was talking negatively about me. I went over there and I seen for myself, and he wasn't talking negatively about me. He was just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, me and Angry Man linked up. He wound up coming to Detroit. We went to the game. We hung out. We created content. Angry Man is my guy. So yeah, Angry Man has never had any kind of disposition about each other. He won it. That's because winners win. Caught in the blizzard 2017 truck in Michigan, no more.
All y'all could be winning, but some way, somehow, the little, you know, hate, it just appears. You want to be above everything. You want to be the one that's really known.
Courtney Egger Show says, Courtney Egger Show hit 2,000 subscribers. Also hear you about that Trump oil coin. What's your thoughts on it? I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about a Trump oil coin. Congratulations, Courtney Egger, bro. I got you. Thank you for this. Minus 50. Oh, check it. That's the weather in the Vegas is 46. Miami is doing it. Biloxi is popping. They're gonna be 6 here. It's 30. I want to get a little cold. I might have to hit Florida, bro. Shit is y'all. Harry Thunder talk. Traverse City just showing some love. Bad. Let me see what's happening on my laptop. These streets, man. Almost pushed the show to player Kevin Johnson killed about today. Winner.
All right, y'all. All right, the people that sent me his video, I'm trying to see where I can get to where he starts talking and responding.
To stretch 2,000, freezing right there, talking of more than a foot of snow and ice in some places that rarely see this. It comes amid heavy.
See, those are the main streets. Grand River, but Grand River kind of turned into like a little freeway-ish. You know what I'm saying? Ladies ought to be a best women. I'm gonna keep it 100 you will ever meet in your entire life.
Anton, you's a freak.
Nothing like a Detroit woman.
Dude, nothing like any woman for you. You's a freak, all right? If she curvy, pretty on the outside, man, but you gotta realize, man, beauty ain't on the outside, and you got a whole wife. On some real shit. So, as crazy as it sounds, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, he say he leads. He does not lead by example. He contradicts himself a lot.
Detroit women hold you down. Not a dress. Fuck.
Any woman.
I done been.
He said Detroit women hold you down. Shout out to the women in Detroit. All right, but any woman, the right woman, could hold you down. It's y'all just be looking for love in the wrong places. Vice versa too.
All over this country. all over this country. I ain't never met a woman like a Detroit woman. I love Detroit women. I love them.
That's because you ain't met them yet. See,
Detroit women. No, you can always tell a I love.
that's not what we here for.
Over this country. Y'all said they crazy. They could get a little emotional, but they passionate about you. Malachi says 24-hour drive to Illinois. Can we talk about Barron Trump? What happened to Barron AD out of draft? Santa Barbara. In karaoke with you. Me and Lex, we got this symbiotic relationship. Some super great things that's happening in her life. Oh, I love her. Lex.
Oh, he's about his daughter.
Is unquestionably will do anything that I tell her to do, but she understands that it works out in her benefit.
Who's he talking about?
I love you, Lex. I love my girl Lex all day long. Lex was supposed to be a Detroit girl.
Oh no, she's talking about some chick.
She was supposed to be a Detroit girl. Oh, he 19. He's called the London police. I'm like a no story. Today's my 30th birthday. It's time to require. I retired from corporate America the first time at 37 years old. In 2019, at the end of 2019, I retired from corporate America. And I retired from corporate America when I believed that I had enough assets to be able to sustain me and my family comfortably for the rest of my life. Then I got bored. Part of that boredom came from being in the pandemic, but I also realized that I want to work, I want to hustle, I want to go get some money, I want to go do whatever it is that I want to do for the rest of my life. And I also realized that I didn't have as much money as I wanted. I had enough money to be comfortable. I didn't have enough money to sustain.
Is this why all this with CoryHolcomb is happening? I don't know why I paused it here and it just drew my attention. I thought he was going to speak about his daughter, but he didn't. All right. Because I know that there's a clip. Remember when we played part one, there was a part in the clip where, he was saying about what was happening to his daughter due to the CoryHolcomb situation. Me personally, I felt as though Anton was being strategic. He studied Cory. You see where I'm coming from? And then he knew that he could trigger Cory to do some shit. He knew Cory was going to hit him back like this. And now he's talking about lawsuits. I feel as though this was just nothing more than just a money bag chase. All right. He's running low on funds. And now, boom, all this is happening, even exposing, a case that was already, how can I say, dealt with by the courts.
A lifestyle that I want. You see what I'm saying? So I realized that there is no number. It's only purpose. And then you just continue to get the money on top of it. So I don't think I'll ever retire again in my life. I don't think I'll ever retire again. Happy birthday, big dog. Happy birthday. Eric Williams says, what's good, Anton? He's not lying. I'm from Grand Rapids. We used to drive over to Detroit just to link up with the Detroit women. Detroit women is beautiful, bro. They awesome. Did you see the Cuomo rant? Classic Trump derangement syndrome. I could talk about it. I'll hold on to it.
We ain't talking about it.
Brian the filmmaker says TMZ got a video of Cory punching a woman. Really? Why would he do that?
He already knew about that.
I don't advocate violence against women. Never put your hand on a woman. Why would we do that? Eric Williams says, shout out to my family on the east side of Detroit, Harbor Avenue and I-94. Yeah. Y'all ready to continue on with the show? I haven't seen it. I don't know anything about it. I can't speak on it. It's not a thing for me. Who is this? From what's happening. I don't know anything about that. We got bigger things to focus on. We got money to go get. You know what I'm saying? What else we talking about? I don't know nothing about none of that shit. We gotta get to the show, y'all. Y'all keep on distracting me. All right, let's see what's on the docket. Don Lemon, he doubled down
ideologically, people who are broader implications. And if you watch this show to
All right, listen, from now on, when you drop me videos like this, please leave the link, like the timestamp, so I can get right to it.
I don't know if y'all know what a multi is. A multi is when a chess player goes through and he's playing multiple different boards at the same time. So it could be 10 different people that he playing, and he goes and he moves and he goes to the next board and he goes to the next board, he goes to the next board. We're doing multis right now. We're doing multis right now. I'm going to see it through. I'm going to see it through.
You want to see what through? What you going to see through?
I don't have nothing to lose. I'm the underdog and everything.
You have a family.
Lose. I came from absolute nothing. I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm not even supposed to be here. Oh, this is going to listen. 2026 is going to be a fucking year. It's going to be one of the best years ever. Best years ever. All right. Well, this is the game that you wanted to play. All right. We'll get there. We'll get there. Make sure y'all hit the like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Listen, bro. Listen. I'm gonna be very, very clear. Fuck all these niggas. Fuck them all. Fuck them all. All of them.
What's he talking about?
One of them. Bro, I don't give a fuck about none of these dudes, man. None of these dudes. And this is my game now. This is my game that they playing. If we was on the basketball court, cool. You win.
Oh, he's talking about KB. Basketball court? Yeah. He throwing shots at KwameBrown.
This is my league.
I don't know about that.
Let's get there. Let's get there. Let's get to it. Just because I don't say something sometimes don't mean I'm not aware. Let me
See, I said that when they said when somebody in the comments said earlier, right? He read the chat and he was like, there's a video out of CoryHolcomb punching a woman, right? He said, "Oh, they released it? Oh, I didn't know. You knew. You're aware of a lot of shit. You just wait for the perfect moment, like an envious person, to hit."
Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to that one soon. Barron Trump. No, he was that old. That's crazy. That's Don. See, that's her estimate, Slimmy, bro. In real life, Spider-Man Slim was hilarious last night. Slimmy is hilarious. I like my V-necks. It says "Don't" is one of the rich white for his 80 nominations.
Y'all sure this is the video?
Wives.
Is this the video? I don't hear him talking. I think I sent me
the women that's gonna get by her side and say, "Girl, he is emotionally unavailable." That is what they're gonna say. That is what they're gonna say. Then it's always gonna be another man that comes in and said, "Baby, love you." Always gonna be a simp. Always gonna be a sucker. It's always gonna be all of that. All of that. Oh, she was only like that when she, baby. Yes, they are. Simp. That is this, and make sure that they gonna take care of give us kids. Oh, y'all didn't know I had pipes. I did everything. Oops. Oh, you didn't know that shit, huh? Not today. That's it. To you soon. Oh, I love it. Oh man. Sapphire C10 is tomorrow. Tomorrow evening. Stock Club tomorrow. 2 days ago. Shout out to Marlo Reed supporting the platform. Up, Coop.
Okay. And that's perfect. That's exactly what you wanted.
Yep. You're the greatest.
So I'm just
Did he edit this out?
to So wait, let's just do the last final. Your guys very fun parties, no big deal.
Cool.
Guys, I don't know. Did he edit this John out?
When did you said you wanted to meet me when? So then Slim hit me up and he said, yo, no. He was like, yo, we got these hats or whatever. And you gotta make sure that your people is taken care of. Don't use your people as far as using them up.
Let me pause this right here. Hold up.
KwameBrown used to be on my nuts. It's the honest to God truth.
It's a different back. It looks like the same background.
I like it. Used to be all on my nuts all the time.
I'm not you, nigga. You are a fool.
So I guess AntonDaniels caught wind of that. And I don't know if KwameBrown said anything. They had confronted each other live on their platforms.
Yeah, we was just on that live. So what happened?
I don't like to highlight everything.
Did he delete the live? Yo, wait a minute. Did AntonDaniels edit the video? Did I miss something? Because he didn't say it. It was that live. So what the fuck is going on?
Businesses, whether you a leader amongst your friend group or they look at you as a person, everybody good. You gotta make sure that your people. I'd rather be a regular person with great friends around me than a rich person by myself. If we not all eating, I don't want to do it. I'm keeping it 100 with you. So, and that's why we don't break up. That's why we can argue and get into it with each other. That's why we stick together regardless of how much we get into it. Be like, you know what, man? We gonna figure it out, bro. We brothers, we gonna fight. We friends, we gonna fight. We got issues. We brothers because we don't trip. We brothers, we gonna figure it out. Because we don't trip. We brothers, we gonna fight. We friends, we gonna fight. We got issues, we gonna fight. But guess what we do? We always got each other back and we always gonna make sure that people are gonna be taken care of. And for those of y'all that keep on betting, I remember there was betting on the Room 9 channel. This is gonna be the first person to lead this with. Ain't nobody going nowhere. Everybody taken care of. Everybody good. Everybody good. So if you rolling with me, and if you are part of the crew, you already know. Ain't no one man above the crew. We might have this person playing this particular role, or this person may be the face, or this person may be the one that go and get it or whatever, but we bring it back to the family and we bust it down as a family. We bust it down as a family. We don't switch up on each other. We hold each other. Lex just got one of the biggest opportunities of her life. Lex, and I never say it. I'm not going to say it online. But I was just talking to Lex yesterday. Lex said, man, I got everybody around me eat. Bags ever. I was so happy for her. I was so excited. I was so happy for my homegirl, for my sister. Excited for her. I was excited for her.
Yeah.
Jammies, I appreciate you, bro.
We went through this whole thing. And
Thank you, my friend. Wesley Turner says she's talking like she's wearing a wire. She was wearing the wire. Oh, this is going to listen. 2026 is going to be a fucking year. It's going to be. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, he starts talking about women there. And I skipped the whole video.
Don Lyerman is a.
All right, listen. I don't know if he edit this live, because you can edit your live and then repost it back up. I don't know what he did, But it's like the part that everybody clipped out is not there.
KwameBrown used to be on my thinking. KwameBrown.
See?
Brown is super biased. It's sad to say lost a lot of respect. Oh, he's talking about me negatively. Well, I mean, listen.
All right, so that's in the part where he was taking off his clothes. What? Hold up. That's in the beginning.
Let
me see.
Every day,
Oh,
bro.
we missed that shit.
Everybody was working. Cold is cold is cold. It's coming soon. Family, baby. Oh, address. Colors, style, how to donut every single day.
All right, so let's see. We took it all the way back to the beginning.
Every single day. Yes. Got the Yeezy slides on, feeling comfortable. I think it's going to be a great show today and tonight. Great show today and tonight. Yeah. I'm going to read the super checks and the cash apps shortly. Sorry, y'all. Weather was so cold, I waited to the last minute to come into the studio. But then people was asking me, Anton, you can stream from the crib. I say, yeah, I don't want to get too comfortable. The thing I don't want to get too comfortable is because I looked out my window and I seen trash people.
It's not on here.
City workers.
He deleted the part.
Putting on my joggers.
He deleted the part.
Workers was working. The trash people was working. Everybody was working.
Let's see.
Everybody was working. And I said, well, if they could work, I could work. Ain't no excuses. You know what I'm saying? No excuses whatsoever. Let's get to the bag.
Yeah, he skipped it.
I can't go 6 minutes up the street to the studio. You know what I'm saying?
He skipped it.
If they
edited.
Get it. Kimmy bought me my boxing gloves. Kim is crazy. Kim is crazy. The ladies in my life.
7-Eleven. All right. He's at 7-Eleven there with the boxing gloves.
Be on my nuts.
Dating situation as you guys can see. Okay, so in today's video, man, we got to talk about AntonDaniels and KwameBrown. So they're like they act. No, AntonDaniels. When AntonDaniels is on KwameBrown's platform, and I would like to highlight, as you say, anything was cool during the situation with. So I guess.
What's wrong with Kwame?
He got a different cap on this one.
Crazy. What is he saying?
Don't he?
I'm completely unaware of what's happening in most spaces. I get a general idea. Kwame and Carcino is talking crazy. Yeah, KwameBrown is super biased.
Hold on, he had 2 different caps on, so that's not even the live. They sent me the wrong live.
Oh, he's talking about me negatively.
Get the cap on.
I mean, listen,
let me see.
I'm not mistaken.
Because he had a beige cap on. Look, this one's red.
KwameBrown was on the platform, right?
Yep. This one's a beige cat. I mean, beige cat. So let's go in here.
My boxing gloves.
Y'all sent me this whole time. I've been searching through this John.
Kim is crazy.
Y'all is wild. I'm over here thinking he deleted or edited the John.
Ladies in my life are crazy. You just got off, man. What's going on, friends? It's Anton.
I'm gonna have to find it myself because y'all made the wrong video. I'm over here searching. It probably could be this one. Let's see.
Bam.
He's got a red cap on this one.
Shout out to for example, that I haven't talked to O'Shea since love you too. Love you too. Want to see what my shoes are that I wear my dailies? These are my dailies. These are my dailies. Yeah. What's going on? What up? 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 Let me see what's happening. You're not missing it for anybody. I need to check on KwameBrown. What's wrong with KwameBrown?
Oh, it does start from the grip on this one.
What's wrong with Kwame? Something wrong with KwameBrown? Let's see what's happening in the streets. These YouTube streets is on fire with crazy narratives.
You're the reason. You started this shit. You know what you was doing.
Rogers.
You know what you was doing. That's crazy.
My jacket, I appreciate you. AD made an entrance. Good morning, King. What up, Snow Bunny Bag Chaser? Donald Trump is an awesome president. What's wrong with Kwame? What's up, Lex? Lex, congratulations too. He talking mad crazy. What is he saying? What is he saying? Tell me what he's saying while I change my clothes. Always gotta put.
Oh, so he has a habit of changing his clothes in front of the screen. Oh, okay.
Put on my joggers. Gotta switch from the jeans to the joggers.
What the hell is going on? Hold up. Wait a minute.
Keep me in the loop. You doing grocery shopping now? I like that. Y'all give me the cliff notes. Give me the cliff notes. Because to be honest with you, I'm completely unaware of what's happening in most spaces. I get a general idea. Kwame and Carcino is talking crazy. Yeah, KwameBrown is super biased. It's sad to say lost a lot of respect. Oh, he's talking about me negatively? Well, I mean, listen.
He never talked about you negatively. He split that joint down the middle and people was getting mad. He gave his honest opinion. You do the same shit, but you don't be honest about that shit. You come, you bash people, you drag them. And now that it's being done to you, you want to play victim. See, listen, you know what? Social media is undefeated. That's all I'm going to keep saying.
Listen, if I'm not mistaken, KwameBrown was on. No.
And shout out to Chart 8603 for the comment show. I appreciate them. Appreciate them.
I say y'all got to give them grace is because y'all have to understand that most of these people are part of the industry, right? And so when I say a part of the industry, as much as they try to act like they're independent and they're independent thinkers, they're not.
Oh,
listen,
shit.
let me tell you why you have to give people grace while I get ready for the show. The reason that you have to give people grace is because I remember when I chose sides with the whole fresh and fit situation instead of objectively reviewing it, right?
Crazy part is that KwameBrown didn't pick a side. But hey, I see that, you know, I've been seeing this for a while and I see it that he did it here again. All right. Funny part is that the same people that are complaining to him when he does it to them, all right, are going to start doing the same thing he does. Cry victim. That's that shit that I don't pay attention to. And I constantly tell people, like, listen, when they pay victim, I don't pay that shit no attention. All right. Now, right, unlike other people, I'm not going to sit here and drag this whole situation. Will we break it down? Yes, but it's to expose the behavior. All right. We're not sitting here trying to bully, bash, or none of that. All right. If you're a part of the solution, you know what I'm talking about. If you're a part of the problem, then you're going to continue doing what he's doing.
And I had to apologize to them in person, which I believe that I'm a better person.
Oh,
I'm a
shit.
better man than most of these other people.
See?
But I had to
He belittles
apologize to them
people.
in person because I had chose sides on something that had nothing to do with me. But the reason that I chose sides, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. That's what I do on this platform. The reason that I chose sides and I had went against them was because I was friends with, at the time, O'Shea Duke Jackson. So because O'Shea didn't care for him, and there was a narrative created against them as far as what Kevin Samuels and all of that, because Kevin Samuels never talked to me about Fresh and Fit ever. Right? Because of that, I chose sides. Now, when I actually met Fresh,
That's why you don't pick sides.
I realized, oh, y'all not bad people to me. Everybody else can have an opinion of them, but my experience with them is different, right? Now, interestingly enough, right? O'Shea Duke Jackson says that he doesn't like me, he doesn't care about me, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. Everybody can do what they want to do. But it shows you the female mindset because O'Shea is controlled by his audience.
Like
he
you?
necessarily take a position. He takes the position of whatever the majority of the people are doing, right?
Well, if O'Shea is controlled by his audience, what makes the difference with you? Because you are no different.
So think about this for a second. I knew O'Shea before I knew Myron and Fresh. I rocked with O'Shea, right? I never took a position after I met Myron and Fresh, and I stayed completely out of whatever they had going on. Whatever it is that I go through or whatever it is that's happening, Fresh and Myron always hit me up and they never take a position. They just say, you know, they give their opinion on whatever they get their opinion on. But when they talk to me, they just check on me and say, hey, fam, everything good? Yep, everything good. I'm going to come to Florida then. Hey, Anton, I'm going to be in Michigan then. What's your schedule looking like? And we figure it out. O'Shea had my phone number. He's never called me for anything outside of gossip.
I mean, that's all you do too is gossip. I mean, everybody gossips.
So if O'Shea wanted to hit me up, he could have because he has my phone number. But again, I don't feel no type of way about it because that's what people do. Most people are no different than what you experience in real life. You know how you deal with people that switch up or take a side or is not being able to be objective? I've done it. That's why I had to apologize. I didn't know so I apologized to them when I went on a platform. They didn't even know that I was going to apologize. They didn't even know that I was going to apologize. As soon as we went live, I said, hey guys, I got to be the bigger person. I got to be the bigger man. Y'all never said nothing negative about me. We should have probably worked together a long time ago, but that had been pushed off because of my actions and taking a position on something that I didn't really know the details of and it had nothing to do with me, right? But again, I don't look at it any type of way. I look at everything as a glass half full opportunity. So let's just say, for example, because other people will get bent out of shape, right? So let's say, for example,
what does that do with KwameBrown?
I haven't talked to O'Shea since Kevin Samuels died. I'm just going to keep it 100. And that's no shade to him. Listen, God bless you. I don't know what's going on with him. Somebody asked me for his phone number. And so I reached out to somebody else to be able to get his phone number or whatever like that so they can connect or whatever. But that's a whole nother conversation. But here's my point that I'm saying to this. I'm going to bring it back to KwameBrown. KwameBrown has been on Homeboy's platform. So if you think that I believe that it's going to translate into him rocking with me or something like that, because he knows me, and then at the same time he's been on his platform, so he's met him in person. Kwame probably is gonna pick a side. I don't hold that against Kwame. I don't feel no type of way. It's all listen. At the end of the day, for most of these people, you will never ever see them in real life.
But y'all been on each other's panels, met each other, shook hands, right? No, I don't think y'all met each other. But y'all been on each other's panels, so I'm a little confused.
At the end of the day, you will never ever see these people in real life.
Yeah.
98% of them don't come outside unless they got something to do outside, like they got a show or something. They don't be hanging out. They don't.
I mean, but KwameBrown is outside all the time. Supermarket and his truck, ashy hands, showing how he's building his, his houses and stuff like that, his land, putting it together. I mean, I don't know. I guess.
Be at All-Star Weekend. They not at the games. They not doing none of this stuff.
Cool.
And so unless they have something to do promotional wise, they're not going to be outside. You're not going to see KwameBrown outside. You're not going to see this person. They don't be at the events and all of that. So they mind their business. They do their thing. And so what they become is content creators. They're content creators. So let them create content. Now, what you do is you leverage the visibility that they continue to give you, and you run up a bag. Because you don't get into the personal aspect of it until it starts to get into your family or something like that. Then you got to go to, then it turns into something else. That's a whole nother conversation. But if people say something negative about me, I pick and choose if I want to respond based off of how I can benefit from it. Otherwise, I don't really care about all of that other stuff. So if y'all,
I think you do care.
Well, Anton, this person says something about you, or Kwame feels some type of way, or
I think he cares.
Most of these niggas is worse than a hose.
Oh shit, I'm dead.
I'm keeping it 100, and that's not pointed to anybody in particular. Most of these niggas is worse than a hose. Most of the dudes is gossiping worse behind the scenes, not even just on some content shit. Most of these dudes is making phone calls and gossiping and shit. Now, if you get money from it, that's a whole nother conversation.
Man, bullshit. Anton, so you telling me you're not the same way? Come on, man, because we see the way you carry yourself online, the way your wife described you. Come on.
Your money up, bring your bag up. But most of these niggas is gossiping worse than females.
Like you.
Bro, listen. Of all of the problems that I've ever had in my life, with people, it hasn't been with women. It is always with these niggas.
That's not true. Wasn't you the same one that the female cursed you out and shit like that? You was ready to beat her ass? Wasn't it AntonDaniels? The chick, like really, like she, I don't know. I don't think she was the beginning of exposing him.
Of all of the people that I've ever had a problem with, as far as real life shit, gossip girl shit, problems, trouble, issues, all of that, it has never been with women.
Like he thinks like we forgot that episode that was online when he was on this podcast, and this chick, like this chick really started coming at him, and he got disrespectful too. He just thinks that because you do it kind of in a respectful way, kind of, no, dude, no. And the crazy part is, like, in the beginning when I first started watching Anton, right, I used to be like, oh man, that's fucked up. Why they always coming at him like this? But then as time started going by, I see why. Because he started leading with disrespect. So that's what he's going to get back. Lead by example. So if disrespect is what you put out there, all right, disrespect is what you're going to get. Listen, this is how we describe Anton where I'm from, all right? If Sassy was a person, all right, it would have been him with a Bluetooth headset, right, and a fresh lineup. The man got more attitude than a teenager who just got their phone taken. He be talking like, he's the final boss of confidence, but the energy don't match the reality. It's like he's performing masculinity with jazz hands, right? And the wild part is he really think nobody sees through it. Baby, we see it. We see all of it. So let me ask y'all, why do y'all think grown men act sassy online but swear they're the all but they swear that they're the how can I say alphas offline? Why do y'all think grown men act sassy online but swear that they are the alphas offline? Anton got that old trick down, all right? He got it down pat. Fake it till you make it. Except he skipped the, make it part. And he just kept faking it. He be talking like he built, the pyramids, invented electricity, and balanced the federal budget before breakfast. Meanwhile, the behavior be given, how can I say, motivational speaker who never motivated nobody. It's the confidence for me. Confidence built on vibes, all right, is Wi-Fi and delusion. Let me ask y'all, is confidence still confidence if it's built on pretending?
Never in my life, no, couple times as a content creator. I give y'all that. I take that back. Been on YouTube for a long time. Give me a little bit of grace. Most of the time, it is always with grown men.
No, it's not. You lying. We seen you disrespect women online. You lying sack of fucking. You know what? Let me stop because I don't want him to, have them, have them. How can I say? Strike my damn live. My channel is little. He said he don't care about little channels. But anyways, man, shout out to Nay 52284. I mean, my bad. Like, I don't know why I read the number. Shout out to Nay. I saw one where he said hate you goals, and one where he said females are the worst and detrimental to the community. And all he do is sit online. Basically. I'm like, damn, I know I'm not the only female that sees this behavior online.
And it's like, okay, well, if we making money together, then that's cool. Or if we getting some money or we gonna flip this shit, then that's cool. But if it ain't about no money, what we talking about? If we not running up a bag, then what we talking about? If it's a play, then make it a play. If it's not a play, because I get it. Listen, if you getting your money up, if you running up a bag as a result of it, God bless you. Do what you gotta do.
So why don't you admit to doing it? You act like we don't see this shit. Yo, admit to it in time. Look, listen, man, I be running plays on y'all. I just want to see, who I could test, who I could, make do this. You rage bait. You come out speaking all the stuff that a lot of people want to hear, but you're not about that. In reality, you're not about that. You say you're from the hoods, but you're from the suburbs. You say you're from Detroit, but wasn't born there or raised there. You say you're all about family, but you cheat on your wife and put your daughter in harm's way. What I mean by that is, you know how social media is. Now you want to cry victim, knowing damn well that karma is, knocking at your door right now, letting you know that what you have done to others is getting done to you now. And what's crazy is karma's using CoryHolcomb for it. And I think now KwameBrown. Shit.
But if it ain't no money involved in it, then what we talking about? I'm not about to be wasting my time with niggas that ain't talking about no money. Because my life is good in real life. You know what I'm saying?
What you reaching for?
I don't feel no type of way about it. Y'all can't get emotional about it.
I mean,
I'll be getting emails and DMs and shit. And
you must have felt some type of way, because to say, oh, Kwame on my nuts, Kwame on my nuts, Kwame on my nuts, like you doing an Eminem remix is wild.
Be like, oh man, you got to see this, what they said about you. Oh man. Dog, do you know that I'm laid up in some pussy right now? You know what I'm saying? I'm over here trying to get some head. And y'all niggas is over here worried about what another nigga said.
You trying to get some head. Why you online trying to get some head? What you just popped? A vitamin, a perk? You keep saying it's vitamins. You trying to make it stretch? Make what stretch? Your head? Up here? He trying to make his head stretch. He already got a big ass head.
I'm gonna just start being straight up candid and tell you what's happening. I believe if people got more pussy, they wouldn't be so mad at the hoes, bro. Sent these so you ready for your next podcast from Kimmy. What's up, Kim? Get into the studio and I got gifts on backed up. Because you can't be that mad all the time. So I know a lot of these niggas is backed up. Gifts. So I know a lot of these niggas is backed up. Because you can't be that mad all the time. You can't be that mad all the time. Only Kim would do something like this. Only Kim would do something like this. Only you, Kim. Only Kim would do something like this. Only you, Kim. I'm telling you, the women.
This shit is wild. Listen, where I come from, we call that performance energy. You know, the type, loud, dramatic, always trying to convince you of something. They don't even believe themselves. It's like he's auditing for, a role he already got fired from. And, the one thing is people like that. People like that always talk the biggest because, they talk the biggest game. Because they're scared somebody gonna, how can I say, notice the cracks and baby, them cracks are showing like cheap foundation in July. Let me ask y'all, why do people work harder to maintain an image than to build character?
The women take care of me.
The women take care of me. They do. You should be taking care of them.
Hello, sir.
I'm on a live stream. I just got your gift.
Oh, good.
You so
Are you
crazy.
ready for your next podcast?
Crazy. Only you would do something like this too.
We gotta have you ready to go out in the wild.
Facts.
So what, you gonna have him walking around like Mike Tyson? What, you want him to fight Kwame or CoryHolcomb? Which one is it? I think Kwame will knock his ass down and use his head as a basketball. CoryHolcomb will run circles around him. CoryHolcomb was already eyeballing his ass. See, Anton, you get yourself in this shit. So what was the gloves for? So if you come across one of them too, and then you got your wife involved in this and wondering why they're throwing shots at your wife. Boy, you was a fool. Listen, the sassiness is one thing, but the contradictions, whoo! He'll preach discipline and how can I say, in humility, right? Then turn around and brag about money like he's the CEO of Earth. Like he'll talk about integrity, then do something shady 5 minutes later. It's like watching a motivational speaker argue, how can I say, with his own reflection, and somehow he still expects an applause. Like, yay! Why do folks who preach the loudest practice the least? Practice what you preach. I mean, at least I can say Kwame practices what he preached. But you, Lord have mercy.
I'm on a live stream just to let you know.
I'm not gonna say anything crazy.
I just like to warn people.
You was about to be messy.
I'm definitely.
You was about to be messy and start some shit. Like, neither one of y'all care about your daughter in reality. All this talk about his daughter's going through this, his wife. Then why did you put your wife in this?
One of those people you gotta tell them. You gotta let me know when you're on speakerphone.
What you doing right now?
Sitting in Phoenix, going to Seattle.
So when you coming to Detroit? That's the question.
That's not even his wife. That's his side
I
piece.
don't know. When should I come?
So you gonna come when I tell you to come?
Yeah, you call it. I'll show up.
Maybe it shouldn't be Detroit. Maybe we need to link up in a different city.
Yeah, I don't think that's his wife.
Yeah.
Is it?
Cause it's cold here.
It's cold everywhere.
Yeah, but it's colder here.
Hold up. Is he is he away from his wife? Is he a part of his wife? Listen, if that's his wife, that's why they're talking about his wife. I don't know. The face looked a little younger. His wife was a little older. His wife looks a little older than him. She not ugly. Neither was the chick on the phone. Now I'm a little confused. Kimmy. Isn't Kimmy his wife? I don't know. I guess they're not together. That's his wife.
I'm thinking
Looking outside right now.
have to be
I mean, together like in the same house.
All right, bet. I'm gonna figure it out with my boxing gloves on, and then I'm gonna let you know where we going.
Okay.
All right, baby.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah, see, I think that was
The
wifey.
ladies will take care of you. The ladies take care of you.
Yeah, that's wifey.
It's the guys that you have to worry about. Who sent this? Who sent this? Who sent this?
Who cares?
Who sent out for time though? Being in jail. Man. Who sent? Remember, to whom much is giving, much is required. Dog, y'all really, you're so sweet. You know who you are.
You're so sweet.
I don't have to say no names. Look at all of this. Look at are the all right. I appreciate you. This is how you get everything. All right. Shout out to the bag chasers. Shout out to the bag chasers. You gotta have my address to know where to send me something. Crazy. Y'all crazy. How y'all feeling today? How y'all feel today?
So is he about to switch up the topic?
Flip the teacher an apple? I'm gonna teach y'all today. I'm gonna teach. I appreciate you. Just gotta make a couple adjustments. We're gonna read super chats, cash apps, and we're gonna get started with the show. What's up, Molly? Every time you get older, every day you get older, it's a blessing.
So is he done talking?
Every day you get older, it's a blessing, Molly. They always make my mood better. Tamika? Now, I don't usually respond to people with no profile pictures because I think they jerk off in their socks.
What?
But I like it when people type in all caps because that's what they're trying to get my attention. Because God don't like cheaters.
But you cheat on your wife.
I'm married to the game, baby. Can't you tell?
You still stuck on that hood mentality and you're not even from the hood. Come on, dude. Come see, yo, he get himself in these predicaments, yo.
I'm married to the game. They new here, AJY. Don't take it. Don't let them take it personal. Married to the game, baby. When you bite into an apple, make sure you eat the apple at the time, because that's how you know it's fresh. Trail. That's what the hoes do. Shout out to Fugitive TV with all of the new subs you got.
Stop talking with your mouth full, man.
When did we get to the point?
Eat, chew, eat, swallow, then talk. What?
Where guys start dick policing.
Kind of like you, when a man told you that, you kiss a white man's ass and you say that he sucks the man's black, that he said that he sucks, the black man's dick. Who's wrong? You listen. That is the most disrespectful thing for a man to tell another man. Over here, like I said before, all right, those are fighting words. If you say that shit to another man, a man may let a woman slide. All right, walk away. Listen, it's a woman, but a man ain't letting another man slide with that shit.
I'm about to do the show, William Context. When did we get to the point to where niggas start dick policing and start being concerned about who else is fucking with who? I ain't never seen this type of bitch assness in my life, bro.
Dude, you're the only man I know that says he's a man, very masculine, but sits in a goddamn podcast room with a man that's hopping on a rainbow, tasting Skittles, telling you that he thinks you're pretty and you giggle to that shit. Let a man that's hopping on rainbows, tasting the Skittles, tell a man right here in my community that he thinks they're pretty. They're going to be in the ER or in a casket. That's the fastest way to lose your life or get hurt.
I was talking to Rita yesterday. You call her.
Now he gonna call another chick.
I talked to my grandmother this morning.
Oh, that's his grandmother?
Grandmother. When they start dick policing?
He told his grandmother that?
Yeah, I'm on a live stream.
What's going on, man?
What are you doing? You getting your nails done?
Yes.
I got a question.
Jesus. Okay.
When did it become cool for grown men to start dick policing who fucking who?
I don't think that's anybody's business.
Why is niggas so concerned about what my dick is doing?
I don't know. I guess that's just.
Did you put that check in the mail yet?
No.
I don't know. He said babe to another chick. Is this his wife? Listen, I don't know what the fuck. Listen, whatever.
I'm gonna do it when I leave here.
How much was the check?
36.
36 what? 36,000?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Well, all right, listen, I'm gonna call you back after I get off the live stream. We're gonna figure out the other stuff.
Okay.
So listen, you're the reason why the women in your life are getting picked on right now. Because you bring them into these things. See?
All right, bye. When did other niggas start focusing on what another nigga doing when he doing what he doing?
Is that apple good?
I don't understand this shit. Somebody said Anton is the ultimate flip-flop. He can make such a big deal about being monogamous, not cheating a couple months ago. Now he derides the other for it. When did I say anything about what another nigga should be doing?
All the time. All the time. Oh my God, let's be real. The fake it until you make it routine only works when you're actually working towards something. All right, but Anton be faking it like it's a full-time job with benefits, yo. He's not building. He's branding, all right? He's not growing. He's performing. He's not leading. He's narrating. All right, and the internet eats it up because people love a character more than they love, a person. Do y'all think social media rewards authenticity or performance? And in my opinion, I'm letting y'all know, in my opinion, I feel it's a reward performance. They don't reward authenticity on some real shit.
As far as what he doing with his dick, I say don't pay for pussy and don't send money to hoes overseas that don't care about you.
Bullshit. We know you
I
do
say
it.
don't break up your family. Don't cheat. I'm not a cheater.
Mm-mm.
At what point have you ever seen anybody say that I'm a cheater?
There's too many videos out there with you saying it.
I don't do gossip hoes.
Uh-oh, he's deflecting.
Stop having children out of wedlock. Stop breaking up your family. Stop sending money to hoes overseas. Stop paying for pussy. Stop bringing them hoes back here.
So where's the part?
The game is messed up. The game, I know they love me, Molly. They love me more than the hoes do.
See, you started this shit with this gay bullshit talk.
Shad. What is wrong with the game? I don't know what's wrong with the game.
You wrong with the king, dude. You planted this seed.
Oh, man. Let me see what's happening in these streets. Color pink. Shout out to Mike, that dude. I appreciate you. Said feeling grateful. Dad surgery went well. I'm glad to hear that.
Ooh, what is you doing?
Yeah, forever says, how are you a man of integrity, Anton, but you are friends with someone like Charleston White? Shout out to Charleston White. That's my dog.
Another hypocrite, dude. And then you'll hear, that's my dog, dude. You're swelling your fucking neck better than a woman does. That's my dog. Come on, swirl it a little more,
dog.
Anton.
What up, Charleston? I appreciate you, big dog. Shout out to Charleston White. Anton, you
fuck Charleston White.
Boy? Nah, listen, we straight from the mud. King DJ Tricks.
Baby, listen.
Fuck all that. We just
Charleston White, same way. The same thing I said about Anton. All right, be making some good talking points, then turns around and becomes a hypocrite and very contradictory. Man, get the fuck out my face with that bullshit, yo.
Just gonna go ahead and get it in. LeBrat said, "What up, though? I appreciate you, LeBrat." OG Strong says, "Who stole the soul?" I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what that means at all. All right? Y'all ready to get started with the show? Again, when Corey asked you.
What?
Why didn't you say it again when Corey asked you? Because no man can tell me what to do. I do what I want to do. Let's see what's happening out here in these streets. Coach Chris says, AD, you say go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. But if you're just being tolerated at home, do you condone breaking up the family then? No. Absolutely not. Just ignore it and start doing what you want to do. Listen. Fellas. This is my suggestion for you. All right? This is my suggestion for you. Stop caring. Stop caring. Why do you care? Why do y'all keep caring? Stop trying to convince people to get on board. Just start doing shit.
Why you don't come out here and convince people? You just be you. All right? And whatever you gotta say, if it's meant to reach somebody, it's gonna reach somebody.
Just start being busy. You gotta be busy. Listen, stop worrying about what women are doing and what women are saying and how they plan it and all of this other stuff. Stop caring. Stop caring. Just go and do good shit. Do awesome shit. Y'all too focused on what
we gotta fast forward, all right, guys, because we're trying to get to what people really wanted me to react to.
Who cares? I'm awesome. Stop worrying. True, but he said, say it again and see what happened. Shout out to Trevon Ware. I appreciate you for the super chat. Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Okay.
Right.
Are you gonna answer it?
Do y'all want to start local?
He didn't even answer it. So I'm guessing he was just trying to do something else. He's trying to avoid the whole thing, but dude, you still said Kwame was on your nuts and other shit that got Kwame to even react back. All right, so let's see.
Just give me $20, man. Just $20, Mr. Daniels. I said, all right, here's 60. Getting that snow up out of there. But air was already taken care of. Because I wasn't about to be out there. And I need my back. And me is want to know why you got to start being worth more when you sure that certain things are taken care of. You want me to mix it up. You want me to make it a little bit different and more congested. A lot. I have to get it massaged.
Yeah, well massaged.
Willing to overpay him. Oh, I have racism. Living with his girlfriend. His girlfriend was at work to ensure that the trash gets classism. Somebody decided to think a little bit differently about what success looks like. And so now I'm in a position where I don't have to throw my back out anymore. I said, man, listen. Ran to the new Nav. I got the 20s in the front. 100. So I said, listen, stash that back. We in business. Hey, baby. And remember, 20 and you gave them more, 60. Treat people well or deliver. Hold on, I see somebody with broke talk. Give me a second.
We know he makes some good talking points, right? Once again, he don't stand on what he don't stand his ground, point blank.
Hey, you know how to speak broke? You know how to speak broke? All right. Oh, no, I remember. Yo, what up, dog? What's up, my nigga? Yeah.
What the hell?
Hey, what's going on, cuz? Yeah, bro. What's going on, Bacon Soda Q? I'm speaking nigga right now. So
What
give
the
me a
fuck?
second, y'all. What's up, Bacon Soda Q said, you are lame with money. Okay, big dog. Listen, bro, listen. If you need a job, just let me know.
He's talking at a troll. He's coming back at
If
somebody's
you need a
coming.
job, just say that. Don't listen.
But
Don't
still.
project. Don't do anything. I don't speak. The niggas that gotta go 50-50 with their girls. Listen, niggas that's really moving work ain't putting baking soda in their name. Don't advertise, because when you're doing criminal activity, you don't advertise.
He does make some good speaking points, talking points. My bad.
Oh man, baking soda. Talking legal activities. From the sucker. And that's why he talking tough. Because niggas that's getting money is only trying to figure out how to get money when niggas is getting money. Hey, ladies, y'all want a nigga to go 50-50 with you? There he is.
Talking about the same dude.
He went and signed up for Google. Chat nigga. A chat nigga. What username can I pick that sounds menacing and then at the same time it shows that I'm a real one? Baking soda. Baking soda. If you don't put my fries in the bag at the top, niggas talk 50 with you. I gave your chick a job. And you sit here talking back and forth to me. How dare you? You giving them the game, step up your value. Shout out to Bad Habits. Was black. They look like they seen a ghost.
Everywhere they go. The vice president's visit also comes as the Department of Justice is investigating that anti-ICE protest at a church in the Twin.
Jason Williams was what we was trying to see. Jason Williams. Let me show you what Jason comments has said. Jason Williams said,
Who are a white person who is
to Anton. Was that the joke? Is that the to Anton? Was that the joke? Is that the punchline, or is it something else coming after that? All right. Thank you for the super chat. Chris Cunningham says, the guy that's running for governor in Florida, he said that we would. Is that what Byron Donald said? Angel says Trump is ready to for Trump. You are automatically Anton. If you are 1 minute late with that have overspent and turmoil, as we longer have. He says there he goes calling out white man happy. Nah, listen, we don't give a fuck about none of that shit. That's a whole nother thing. Tyrone says, meanwhile, the billions, y'all talk about white people, him and these wannabe victims. Listen, if y'all are familiar with the platform, if you've been with me for any experience, in any extended amount of time, you know that everybody can get it. Anybody can get it, and everybody gets it on a regular basis, including the chat. Jay Hunter Lee in the building says they better.
You see, and when you're the type that that brings your family into shit like Anton has, well then, I guess some people like CoryHolcomb feels like, your family can get it too.
Watch Rosewood. Key says it's all true AD. I had a snow bunny years ago when that changed. Listen, fellas, if you're gonna play in the snow though, all I'm saying is let's move on with the show. So what we talking about? World economic. It's funny, who knew in the chat. Welcome to the show though. Welcome to the show though. You know what I'm saying? You could Patreon link is in the description. Elon Musk just had a conversation because Elon, you could tell that he's a genius. Weird. I seen Gavin Newsom crash Greenland and all of that. Got y'all.
back in beautiful Davos, Switzerland, and to address so many respected business leaders, so many friends, few enemies.
Be able to do a company retreat without people having their panties, and gonna have to be able to have having their panties in a bunch. With all of the things that's going on right now, boy, Molly. You might have paparazzi out there. Don't know. Might have to put that off to 2027. You know what I mean?
Okay. I do. I don't think because no,
that was completely unrelated.
Well then that was right. Okay, so then I don't know why you said that. Yes, I do think it's a good idea.
Because the world
More than ever, more that it is something.
warm and relaxing means swim.
This is what, all right.
I'm not about none of this shit. Women don't bikinis. Women are oblivious. They don't know nothing.
Women don't know nothing. You always degrading women.
So they've been telling me, Miss Sanchez. I'm like, okay. Change the narrative says, what up, though, AD? Would love to talk to you. I'm filing for divorce and for Don Dimitri says, when is the next stop? Either tomorrow or Saturday. All right. Somebody time out. Mods, I need y'all to time out. Have a good day. I have to get back to the change of narratives. Call me right now. All right, changing narratives.
Man, I've been trying to reach out to you for months, bro.
Why are you? I know. I'm just now starting to get back into the groove of things. I'm about to be doing coaching calls. What's going on, man? Why you filing for divorce?
Bro, or whatever. Shit. I'm gonna get straight to the bro. She got 4 of them went to college. She had they intelligent kids and boom.
Ask your question, bro.
What up?
What bro?
But moved in together. Got a lot of problems came from the kids. I remind you, I know you said, if we got separated, we had got.
What's going on? Like everything, you got to reverse it back on her so this could be an easy process for you. Yeah. And starting to level up, and he not taking it.
All right, so this is the live. All right, this was the live where we got to see this clip from somehow, right? Because we see in the beginning. I wanted to get the full context of it. Where's the playlist at? Hold on. Let me get off of it real quick over here so I can reload this, John. Because this was the live. I don't know why my playlist not showing up.
Cool.
All right, I wanted to get the full context. I don't know, but this is weird. All right.
KwameBrown used to be on my nuts. It's the honest to God truth. Hey, man, I like what you're talking about, bro. I like y'all on my nuts all the time. I'm not you.
Also, he clipped it from both lives. Look, he edited that live because neither one of these how can I say clips are on both the lives we watched, right? And we streamed through the whole live from both lives. He clipped that John out, yo, but people got to it still. So I guess we're still gonna have to stick to this. I wanted to get the full context, all right, of what he actually said, but I guess we're not gonna be able to.
You nigga, you are a fool.
The video you're about to watch on Self-Taught YouTube channel is for fair use purposes.
Okay, so in today's video, man, we got to talk about AntonDaniels and KwameBrown. So like they had confronted each other live on their platforms. And I would like to highlight everything and break this thing down and put everything into context for you guys. So I guess KwameBrown has been doing some videos talking about the CoryHolcomb and AntonDaniels situation. As you guys can see, he's been doing live streams and videos and putting out
facts, and he's giving his honest opinion about it. I mean, I can honestly say he wasn't being unbiased, right? Listen, he broke that John down the middle. He said what he had to say about Corey, and he said what he had to say about Anton.
Content and stuff like that. So I guess AntonDaniels caught wind of that. And I don't know if KwameBrown said anything bad about AntonDaniels.
He really didn't at all.
But his chat was letting him know, like, hey, what's going on with Kwame? Because last we know of was that AntonDaniels and KwameBrown was cool. Remember, we did a video a couple of months ago when King Martin was calling out AntonDaniels, when AntonDaniels was on KwameBrown's platform talking about the Gilbert Arenas situation with Gilbert Arenas selling his YouTube channel 50-50 partnership with Underdog Fantasy. And in that video, AntonDaniels had called Gilbert Arenas co-host nobodies, and you know that had upset King and Martin, and King and Martin went off on AntonDaniels, right? So yeah, man. So I guess that's why, you know, people from AntonDaniels community was like, yo, you know, what's going on with KwameBrown?
What's wrong with Kwame? He talking mad crazy of what's happening in most spaces. I get it.
See, he did edit that, John.
Kwame and Carcino is talking crazy. Yeah, KwameBrown is super biased. It's sad to say lost a lot of respect. Oh,
We've seen that already.
Talking about me negatively? Well, I mean, listen, if I'm not mistaken, KwameBrown was on the platform, right? No?
That's when he started talking about O'Shea and all that.
Listen. Y'all got to give these people grace. I got to give them grace. The reason that I say y'all got to give them grace is because y'all have to understand that most of these people are part of the industry, right? And so when I say a part of the industry, as much as they try to act like they're independent and they're independent thinkers, they're not.
So Anton responded, and he got disrespectful in his response. So check it out right here. Here's a clip right here.
KwameBrown used to be on my nuts. It's the honest to God truth.
See, when he said that, he did have that cap on the video. That was the last live. But he clipped that John out. Like, damn, Anton. Like, why it's not on your live?
Hey, man, I like what you're talking about, bro. I like it. Used to be all on my nuts. All the time. All the time. Used to be on my nuts. But I understand that KwameBrown, after his whole thing with Gilbert Arenas, and from a business perspective, his whole thing with Gilbert Arenas, his whole thing with Stephen A. Smith, KwameBrown caught a wave. He caught a wave, and that's how he was able to build up his platform to get to whatever his subscribers is. But KwameBrown hit a ceiling. He's not able to grow his platform based off of his own analysis, based off of his own content. And so, you know, he do these dusty live streams where it's just him off camera. Yeah. You know me. And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So Kwame get the stimmy pack like everybody else. But you know what's embarrassing is because Kwame is supposed to be better than the dusty niggas that he's spending all of his time hanging around.
He just called his whole chat dusty niggas. Anton, and you're wondering why karma's firing back at you right now? What happened?
KwameBrown is a fucking former number. What are you doing panels with randoms that you don't even know? That's for regular everyday people like me that didn't have the back. I see why Jordan was like, man, this nigga soft. But he keep trying to do what everybody else is doing instead of understanding that he's supposed to be much greater than that.
See, when someone doesn't want to, how can I say, be a celebrity no more, and they want to be a regular person, they're entitled. The only problem with that is that the people, right, in the people's eyes, the celebrity is not gone, right? And we know Anton knows that. Here's the gag, right? When you build your whole identity on pretending, you got to keep pretending forever. You can't slip. You can't be human. You can't be wrong. You got to, keep the act going, even when the audience already left the theater. And that's why he stays in drama, because drama is the only thing that keeps the performance alive, right? Let me ask y'all, why do y'all, why? Let me ask y'all, why do people cling to the fake persona even after everyone sees through it? So yeah, like, this shit is confusing. Like, where I come from, we call it exactly what it is. Sassy energy wrapped up in fake confidence with a side, of I hope nobody notices I'm bluffing. And the sad part is he could have been real. He could have been solid, but he chose the character instead of the growth. And once you choose the character, the character controls you. That's why at one point he was all the way up there and everybody was really into Anton. But then it's like once the mask, that heavy mask he had on him, started falling, and people started seeing through the smoke. Now it's like you see like the yin yang, and he can't understand that part. People see the mask that you're wearing. So let me ask y'all, all right, and I'm gonna end it with this, all right. I'm gonna end it with this because I just really wanted y'all to see that. All right, but you know what? No, I should let him play. I'm gonna let this play, and then I'm gonna ask y'all a question and end it. All right.
It's the truth. There's no reason why I should have a bigger platform than KwameBrown.
So that's what AntonDaniels said, responding to KwameBrown, making videos about the CoryHolcomb situation, the 5150 fight that happened live on the 5150 show with CoryHolcomb and AntonDaniels, the heated exchange that went viral with that. Everybody is still talking about. And yeah, man, so KwameBrown responded back to what AntonDaniels said about him, telling him to get off his nuts. So let's check out what KwameBrown said in response.
Anton ain't learned his lesson about talking sexual to men. He hasn't learned it.
If you can, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. That really does help support my YouTube channel, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
You short, no neck having dummy. You literally listened to your crowd and said, what did Kwame say? You didn't hear nothing I said. You didn't take your time. Remember, the man that don't give a fuck about what nobody say, you didn't take your time and figure out what is it that I said.
Because he's not listening to understand or receive. He just wants to respond.
You automatically went to running your mouth. You automatically say, I don't be outside. Ironically, I'm outside right now. I'm just not new money like you, and I don't act like a jackass like you. I don't have to show that I'm on camera. I don't have to play tough. I'm not you, nigga. You are a fool. But if you said that I'm like a chick, but if I get upset with you, I'm a doer. I'm gonna handle it myself. You get upset with me, you got to call another grown man. What is you talking about? You got to call another man for me. And unlike you, dumbass boy, I turn my camera off because I'm not chasing clout. I don't give a about this YouTube. I don't. You telling me that I want to be a content creator. You go back and look at one of my lives where I'm talking to my brother about being a content creator, you dummy. I know you got a little fetish about sucking D and nuts and all that.
I'm dead.
I understand you like to talk to men like that, but That's not gonna get me out of character. I don't got no wife. I don't got none of that. You do. And I'm gonna show you why you should leave a nigga like me
Exactly.
alone. And you should leave a nigga like Corey alone too. But now you want to play tough guy. So let's play tough guy. What is it for a man to gain the world but lose his soul?
Ooh, yeah, facts. And that's something my grandpa used to say. And I'm definitely coming up with a new poem. All right. I should have that poem ready by tonight. All right. What is it for a man, to lose his soul? Right. Yeah. I think I wrote it down. Right. Yep. Yes, I did. What is it for a man to gain the world but lose his soul? There you go. There's a poem coming on that. Because, like, damn, when he said that shit, it threw me back to some of them conversations my grandpa used to have with me and my brother.
You clown ass boy. You just like Charleston White was at a basketball game and some other dudes walked up to you asking you about me. Do you know that no dude in their right mind would come up to me and ask me about you? And no dude in their right mind would come up to me and ask me about you.
Camera go.
Matter of fact, a dude better not ask me about no another man at a basketball game while I'm trying to enjoy my time and I done brought tickets and there's girls around.
Okay, so that's what KwameBrown said in response to AntonDaniels calling him out, man. So yeah, like I said, at one point they were cool, so now it's looking like, that friendship or whatever.
That shit is done because of the behavior, the attitude, the performance, on some real shit. Listen, man, do you think, let me ask y'all this. Do you think that people like Anton even know who they are without the performance? And be real, man. Like I said, man, I like when people are real on this joint. Like, I don't like that fake shit. That's what Anton is about. He's too fake. Like, it took me a little minute to see it. I'm not going to sit here and lie. But I realized it. And for the past couple of years, I've been saying it. People are, you tripping, you picking sides. I don't pick sides on this bitch. All right? I don't see the point of picking sides on this joint at all. All right? So I'm going to say this, right? And I'm going to wrap it all up. All right? So to close this out, let me say this loud and clear. All right? Everything we talked about today wasn't just about Corey, Anton, or Kwame. All right? It was about us. It was about how we move as a community, how we treat each other, how we respond to conflict, and how easily we let social media turn us into characters instead of humans. The whole situation is a mirror, and whether we like the reflection or not, it's showing us exactly where we stand. All right? We can't keep pretending we don't see the patterns when the patterns are screaming. All right? They're screaming at us. But people don't want to understand that. And when I start talking like this, people get in their bags. And it's okay. It's okay to get in your bag. I understand. Listen, we broke down Anton's behavior. All right, the sassiness, the contradictions, the poking, the provoking, the fake it until you make it. All right, that's a persona, that's built more on performance than purpose. And we talked about how that kind of energy always comes with consequences. You can't disrespect people for years and act shocked when someone, finally matches your energy. That's not bullying, all right? That's balance. That's the universe saying, you wanted smoke? Well, then here it is, bitch. I'm not going to ask you how you want it. I'm going to give this shit to you straight up. You wanted it? You got it. We talked about Corey. Right, a comedian who's always been raw, reckless, and unapologetically himself. Whether you agree with him or not, at least he's consistent. He doesn't pretend to be a saint at all. He doesn't hide behind a brand. He doesn't, package his chaos. All right, he could be, he could be biased in a lot of shit. We are too. All right, but he doesn't package, the chaos in motivational quotes. He is who he is, and that's why people, react differently to him. All right, than they do Anton. Because authenticity, even when messy, is easier to understand than hypocrisy. All right, creased up as leadership, and that's what Anton does. We talked about Kwame, the one who didn't even ask to be in this mess. He just wanted to give his opinion, his input, because his subscribers were asking for it. And how the internet dragged him simply for giving an honest opinion. That right there shows you how fragile people's egos are online. They don't want truth. They want validation. They want you to pick their side, all right? Echo their bias and clap for their narrative. And when you don't, when you don't turn, how can I say? When you don't, they turn on you. That's why I always say social media is undefeated. It will twist your words, flip your intentions, and turn your honesty into controversy. Right? We talked about karma, how it doesn't, ask for permission, how it doesn't check your schedule, how it doesn't always hit your, how it doesn't, how can I say, hit you directly. Sometimes it hits, it hits the people you love. And that's why you have to be mindful of the energy you put out. Because once you cross certain lines, you don't got, you don't get to control how the universe responds. And a lot of folks online forget that. They talk reckless, they disrespect families, they poke at people's pains, and then cry foul when the consequences show up. All right? We talked about unity, all right, or the lack of it. We talked about how we tear each other down faster than we build each other up, how we repeat the same curse generation after generation because we refuse to confront our own insecurities, our own trauma, our own pride. We can't keep blaming the culture. We are the culture. And this blueprint that we're passing forward, and I'm not going to keep saying we, this blueprint that a lot of people are passing forward is not the blueprint our ancestors, all right, passed on down. We can't keep pointing fingers when the problem is in the mirror. If we want better, we have to be better. And that starts with accountability. I'm getting tired of saying that. But people don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear that. Real shit. So my conclusion is simple. We have to lead by example. We have to protect our peace. We have to stop letting the internet bait us into becoming versions of ourselves we don't even respect. And we have to stop acting like we can't break this cycle when actually we can. The division is real. But so is the power. So is the power we have to change. And if nobody else is willing to say it, I will. We deserve better than the chaos we keep entertaining. And it starts with us choosing truth over drama, unity over ego, and growth over gossip. All right? But, man, that's all I got to say, because no matter what I say or how I put it, people are going to say and do what they say, do. I'm not here to convince nobody, all right, or tell anybody, you got to do this, you got to. Nah, I'm just here to bring awareness. We're here to talk about it. Bring solutions to the table if we can. And if you can't, oh, well. And if all you care about is drama and bullshit and dragging people, well, then guess what? There's the door. Make sure the doorknob doesn't hit you where the good Lord splits you. Because I am not no priest. I am not no one's mother. I am not no therapist to sit here and try to put a Band-Aid on someone's wound. Real shit.
Yeah. We all got dreams, but we stuck in the grind. Looking back at the past, but it's time to unwind. Everyone can do it, just gotta take that step. Stop dwelling on the losses, let's rewrite the rep. Hating on the president, calling him corrupt. But let me break it down, we gotta interrupt. Law's been in place, he's just playing the game. Ain't about the man, it's about the system's name. How do we move forward? Let's add something new. Together we can rise, yeah, that's what we do. Don't get stuck in the past, let the hate fall away. We build in the future, let's seize the day. Can't you see? You bleeding all over the matrix. Caught in the hype, man, it's all fake tricks. The medic bag's empty, y'all shit out of luck. Wake up before you get stuck. Y'all act like y'all in love, but y'all really in lust. Lost in the fame and the fortune. You ain't got no sense. You got the influencer fixation. You let them run your life. Red or blue, you're just a puppet with strings, always in strife. You think they care, but they don't give a damn. Just chasing the glow, the celebrity clout. They'll play both sides, the red and the blue, but they're just pulling your strings while you're stuck on your move. You're waiting for someone to tell you you're in luck, but mommy and daddy ain't coming, they're not in the cut. You're so blinded by the fame, the glitz and the glam, you forget what's real and who you really are. Wake up and see that you're just a pawn in the game. The red and the blue, they're all just the same. Stop being a puppet and take control of your life and break free from the chains. It's time to ignite. How do we move forward? Let's add something new. Together we can rise. Yeah, that's what we do. Don't get stuck in the past. Let the hate fall away. We building the future. Let's seize the day. Can't you see? You bleeding all over the matrix. Caught in the hype. Man, it's all fake tricks. The medic bag empty. Y'all shit out of luck. Wake up before you get stuck. Yo, I see the struggle, I feel the pain, but we can't let the darkness keep us chained. We got the power, the voice is the might. Let's come together, to wrongs and to right. Everyone's a player, so step to the front. No more division, let's rise from the blunt. It's not just about politics, it's a call to unite. Stand tall, move forward, let's ignite the light. Yeah, we're all in this together, no need to divide. Let's focus on the future, let the love be our guide. From the streets to the halls, let's make change. Break the chains of the past, let's rearrange. Y'all really stuck? Puppets with strings attached, waiting for mommy and daddy to tell them they give a fuck. Y'all wondering why y'all stuck? Damn, can't y'all see? Y'all bleeding all over the matrix and the medic bag is empty. Soldier, soldier, in the game of life. You're playing with invisible strings, trying to prove your worth, but you're just a pawn in a bigger fight. They say you're just a number, another statistic in the system, but you're a soul with a story to tell. So stand up tall, break those strings, prove to the world that you're more than just a marionette. Don't let them control your destiny. You're the master of your own fate. Don't be afraid to go after and take. How do we move forward? Let's add something new. Together we can rise. Yeah, that's what we do. Don't get stuck in the past. Let the hate fall away. We're building the future. Let's seize the day. Can't you see? You bleeding all over the matrix. Caught in the hype. Man, it's all fake tricks. The medic's bag is empty. Y'all shit out of luck. Wake up before you're stuck. Everyone can do it. How do we move forward? How do we do this? Just add something to it. Some stay stuck in the past. That's not how we last. Y'all hating on the president saying he corrupt. I don't know who he is. I feel like he's implementing what already exists. We gotta rise above the hate and focus on progress. Together we can make a change and leave behind the mess. It's easy to point fingers and place blame, but true change comes from taking action and making a change. Let's unite and work together for a better tomorrow. Instead of dwelling on what's wrong, let's focus on what we can borrow. The power lies within us to create a new path, to break free from the chains of doubt and wrath. Believe in ourselves and each other. As we strive for greatness, together we can overcome any obstacle that tries to hold us back. Think about it. It's a little food to thought. Yo. Damn. Man. Y'all act like y'all in lust, chasing shadows lost in the glitter and dust, scrolling through the feeds like it's life or death. But these influences don't care, man. They just cashing checks, stuck in a cycle, puppets on a string, waiting for likes like it's everything. Red or blue, y'all fighting over crumbs. While the real world's burning, y'all just hum and strong. Hum strong until you know. So how do we move forward? Let's add something new. Together we can rise. Yeah, that's what we do. Don't get stuck in the past. Let the hate fall away. We're building the future. Let's seize the day. Can't you see? You bleeding all over the matrix. Caught in the hype. Man, it's all fake tricks. The medic's bag is empty. Y'all shit out of luck. Y'all better wake up before you get stuck. So here's the message, loud and clear. We got the power, let's shift the gear. No more dwelling, no more blame. It's time to rise up, let's change the game. So if you feel lost, just look to the sky. We're all in this together, let's reach for the high. Everyone can do it, just take a hand. Together we stand, united we land. So let's move forward, break down the walls. With love and respect, we'll answer the calls. No more hate, just the powerful proof. Together we can do it, yeah, me and you, riders. Let's show them how we ignite. Look in the mirror, Tell me, what do you see? A puppet on a string or a soul that's free? Break the chains, man. It's time to reclaim. Your life's not a game. Don't let them play you lame. Stand up, rise up, let your voice be heard. No more silent screams. It's time to spread the word, huh? Riders, let's ignite. Yeah, the world's a stage, but you ain't just a role. Find your truth, let it shine. Yeah, that's the goal. No more fighting over colors. It's unity we need. Plant the seed of change. Watch the future succeed. So damn, y'all, stop acting like you're lost. Break the mold. It's time to pay the cost. Heal the wounds. Let the real flow. Step out the matrix, man. Let your true self grow. Don't let this digital world, flatline. It's just a little food for thought.
All right, y'all. So if you made it this far, man, look, listen, I appreciate y'all. Y'all could have been anywhere else. All right. But y'all decided to rock out with a shorty. All right. And listen, man. To those that show support in the chat, I appreciate y'all too, man. But we're gonna do part 3 on Friday. All right. And we're gonna dive down into, the CoryHolcomb situation. And I'm guessing we'll do KwameBrown on Saturday or probably Friday night. It depends. We might end up doing them both. All right, so we'll be back on Friday. I appreciate all y'all support, man. Like, listen, there's gonna be, it's gonna take a couple parts to break down. All right, and like I told y'all earlier, why we doing this? Because this shows us this is like basically of everything that we've talked about for the past couple of years. All right, and if you've been following us for for a while, then this is the same exact behavior that we talk about. All right. People say they want to make change, but in the same breath, right, they want to create chaos. All right. You can't do nothing like that. They say they want to unite, but in the same breath, they want to bring and drag someone down by making themselves look, better than the next person. I mean, this is something that's constantly happening. Then, what's crazy is that as adults, we should be leading by example, but a lot of adults don't lead by example and then turn around and ask why the kids behave the way the kids do. We have the answers in front of our faces. All right. The questions, all right, that we have, the answers to those questions are inside of us. We just need to look, deep within to find those answers. All right. But a lot of people's not going to understand exactly where I'm coming from because they're not ready to receive what I'm saying. And I'm not here to force nothing, right, or anything on anybody. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna see y'all on the weekend. All right. I appreciate the support, man. Like I told y'all earlier, make sure y'all, become members, because towards the end of February, beginning of March, we're gonna start the membership giveaways. All right, and the subscriber giveaways. So I appreciate y'all support. That's my way of giving back to those that have supported. All right. I know exactly who shares the videos, who likes the videos, who comments on the videos, right? And those are the people that, I'm going to put on the little wheel and give back some love, all right? If y'all new to this channel, man, I appreciate, keep showing the love, man. Like, listen, the whole point of this platform is to give people a voice, all right? We're not here to bring nobody down. And those that have interacted and had conversations with me have helped me out, right? When I've had to sit here, right, and debate these politicians in town hall or in community meetings. All right. So I appreciate all the support from those that are really about the solution. All right. Those that are about drama, look, listen, there's plenty of platforms out here that love that type of shit. But with that being said, man, until next time, we out.
Yeah, we living in a world where the rules don't apply. They say we gotta follow, but we ready to fly. The system got us boxed in, trying to keep us small. But we rise like the phoenix, we ain't scared to brawl. They feeding us lies, but we see through the smoke. We're the voice of the people, we're ready to provoke. They want us to divide, but we're stronger as one. Breaking chains, taking names, yeah, we getting it done. It's us versus the system, we're breaking the mold. Fist in the air, yeah, we taking control. No more silence, no more fear. Together we rise, let them know we're here. Riders ignite. In the world of division, they showed us how to share. But the way of our sorrows, they never taught us to bear. We split our joys and laughter, but the the pain remain untold. A burden we carry alone, a story left untold. They taught us to split everything, but not the heavy pain. It lingers in the shadows, a darkness we can't explain. We're never shattered pieces, trying to mend what's lost. They taught us how to split everything, but not the heavy cost. We learned to divide our dreams and multiply our fears, but the ache in our hearts only grew with passing years. They gave us all the answers, except how to heal. The scars that run so deep means that time can't see. Yeah, they taught us how to share, but only the good. Smiles and laughter like we understood, but deep down inside there's a storm we hide. Pain in our hearts, we're just trying to ride. Put on a mask, yeah, we play the part, but nobody sees the cracks in the hearts. We share our dreams, the highs and the lows, but when it comes to hurt, we just close the doors. We share the fun times, deflect the pain, laughing in the sunshine, dancing in the rain. But the shadows linger, they creep and they crawl, breaking us down, but we don't share at all. We got hate in our hearts, but we can conceal. Taught to share the joy, but wounds, they stay unhealed. They said love was easy to divide, but the heartache never subsides. We tried to split everything into two, but the pain lingers strong and true. Shared our dreams, divided our fears, but the sorrow remained through the years. No matter how we tried to let go, the weight of our suffering continued to grow. Now we're apart trying to heal, but some wounds are too deep to conceal. They said splitting up will set us free, yet the pain lingers in you and me. In a world where rules are set in stone, the system's grip tightens, we're not alone. Bound by chains of injustice. Against the odds, we fight to be free. Mighty forces try to keep us down, but our spirits rise, refusing to drown. Defying norms, breaking through the mold. In this battle of wills, our story is told. As the clash continues day by day, we stand united, come what may. For in this world where rules don't apply, our strength and unity will never die. They try to silence our dreams, but we're loud and clear. With every step forward, conquering fear. They can't hold us back. We're the fire and the flame in this battle for freedom. We're all in the game. They say it's just a game, but we're playing for keeps. With the strength of the many, we're shattered elites. No more puppets on strings, we're cutting the ties. With our eyes on the prize, we're reaching for the skies. So let's stand together, let's break down the walls. In this fight for our future, we'll answer the calls. From the ashes, we'll rise like a storm. Riders ignite, it's us versus the system, and we're ready to fight. They're building walls, but we're digging tunnels. With every step we take, we're shaking the bundles. From the streets to the courts, we're raising our voice. In a world full of noise, we're making the choice. They want to keep us blind, but we see the light. Knowledge is power, and we're ready to fight. From the corners of the city to the walls of the state, where the heartbeat of the struggle can't afford to wait. It's us versus the system, we're breaking the mold. It's in the air, yeah, we're taking control. No more silence, no more fear. Together we rise, let them know we're here. Riders ignite. They taught us to split everything, but not the heavy pain. It lingers in the shadows, a darkness we can't explain. We're left with shattered pieces, trying to mend what's lost. They taught us how to split everything, but not the heavy cost. Now we stand here broken, searching for some light, hoping for a way out of this never-ending night. But through it all, we find strength in each other's embrace. Together we'll face tomorrow and find solace in this space. They say don't bring the drama, keep it all light. But every night I'm fighting these demons in sight. Whispers in my mind, yeah, they echo and they shout. While I'm smiling on the surface, I'm breaking without. We're sharing the laughter, but what's underneath? A battlefield of sorrow, a war with no peace. We're warriors in silence, but nobody knows how the pain that we carry just grows and it grows. In a world of lessons learned, they taught us how to stand and burn. But the scars we hide deep inside are the ones that never subside. We followed all rules they made, but the emptiness never fades. Their wounds like knives, cutting through even wounds that always grew. They painted pictures of success, but couldn't fix what's left on us. Now we're left to bear the strain of the pain that lingers, never wanes. It's us versus the system, we're breaking the mold. That's in the air, yeah, we're taking control. No more silence, no more fear. Together we rise, let them know we're here. Riders ignite. To remember this moment, remember this face, remember this sound. We're the voice of the future, and we won't back down. In the face of oppression, we'll stand up tall. It's us versus the system.